Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns beat the New England Patriots 37-13 in the team's third and final preseason game of the season. Dylan Gabriel shined while starting at quarterback for the Browns. Gabriel played the entire first half and went 12 of 15 with 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gabriel said after the game he wanted to maximize the opportunity.
Yeah, I just treat every opportunity like its own. Like, I'm not going to put pressure on it. Like, this is my one opportunity. Like, I'm just unaffected by whatever it may be. I'm just focused on, of course, maxing the opportunity, but not making it more than what it is. You know, I'm not naive of what, this all comes with, but I want to play well and put good shit on tape. So
both the Reds and Guardians will be back on the diamond tonight. The Reds will be in Chicago this afternoon, while the Guards will host the Kansas City Royals tonight. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
Are you serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Friday to you. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He is not Tyvis today. He is Michael Bennett.
if only I could be Tyvis.
That's
I'll do my best today.
That's what we all say. If only we could all be Tyvis. Yeah, Tyvis is off today. He was up late last night taking calls, doing the postgame and pregame for Cleveland Browns radio network. So if you were listening last night, you heard him here. But yeah, he is at home, hopefully asleep.
He's going to have a lot to talk about this season with the Browns.
Oh, my gosh.
It's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, it's
maybe not for Browns fans, but for everybody else watching.
It is, yeah. So how you been, man?
I've been good.
Yeah?
Work.
Yeah, for those who haven't followed or kept up, the last time we talked, we got into this, how you work for a law firm.
Yes,
so
sir.
You are a lawyer. Yeah. And it is shocking to me that people who are of the skill set who can be lawyers will come in and talk on the radio. But I love that because you like to get into it. You like to talk about different things. But it always fascinates me because I could never do what you do. I could never remember all the legal stuff that you have to do to pass the bar. But you can come in and do my job. I could not go do your job.
I think you could. I think more people than they think could go be lawyers. You just have to be willing to read for 10 hours a day. If you can do that, which you can, it's just who wants to, man?
Well, I don't know if I've read for 10 hours in my life, to be honest. So I don't know if I could do it all in a day.
This is the stage of life I'm at, is I am actively trying to force myself to read more.
That's good.
And I do I enjoy reading when I have, if I lived a life of luxury, where it was just, we had no kids in the situation. Maybe even I wasn't married. If I was just single on my own and was able to all my time was up to me, I probably would be a better reader. But the way it works now is if I want to read, it's at the edges of the day, either really early or really late. And so I find after about 20 minutes, I'm.
But that's one of the points of reading is to calm your nervous system down. You strike me as a romantasy reader.
A romance
is that your style? No, not romance, romantasy.
What is that?
That's the latest kick with young women is fantasy books, but it's not like Lord of the Rings fantasy. It's a minotaur comes and sweeps you off your feet or something.
Sexy Shrek is there to
Yes.
I'm glad you came in here and used a word that T-Bone didn't understand.
Romantasy. I was not aware.
That's the key word of the day.
I thought you meant well, I guess it's kind of, I was thinking those ones that are at least when I was a kid, you'd go to the grocery store and they'd be on the shelf by the candy bars where it's
with Fabio?
Yeah, and it was the fake airbrush. But then Fabio, you turned out was no, he actually is like that.
Yeah.
We got to talk about something you just said, though. You said live a life of luxury, and the first thing you went to was no kids and no wife.
I'm telling you.
What did they do to you?
Can we cut that?
Have you
edit that out?
I don't know if you all are familiar with the amount of money that is exchanged in these relationships, but there's a lot of money involved.
And I do.
And I love my family, but I for sure the amount of money. Could you imagine? Again, I'm talking to I presume in a single situation right now.
Yep.
And Dylan, I know you're not married, though you were in a very committed relationship. You have a daughter.
Yes.
The amount of money that you see go out, even just trying to get into the situation, is a lot. And then once you get there, I mean, I got 3 people that I have to figure out a way to get through college. And then, like, that's what I'm saying. Is like the savings that are happening for that could just be like going towards a house somewhere.
Got to send those kids to the mines, man.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Tell them to earn their way.
They play Minecraft. What am I training you for?
No
Like,
money,
you seem to love this. Why don't we just get you to the kids yearn for the mines?
The kids yearn for the mines. That's what we've learned.
That's a good point.
They do. That's like when I was a kid. I guess when I was a kid, I yearned to be an Italian plumber because that's all I was running around. I was like, it's a me, Mario, and then that was what I was doing.
We used to have 5-year-old chimney sweepers, and now we have kids like replicating it on video games.
Yes. Did you see? By the way, speaking of video games, I saw that yesterday was Grand Theft Auto 6. Like it hit the web.
The trailer, they put it out on Netflix.
Oh, just the trailer? Oh, I saw that. I didn't know what that was.
It was like I didn't know if it was a trailer. I didn't watch
I saw the
that.
hacker stuff.
Yeah. Oh, what's the hacker stuff?
Oh, some guy released, I can't remember what he released, but he released like a piece of Grand Theft Auto and then threatened Grand Theft Auto, if you try to track me down, I'm going to just release the whole game early for everybody for free.
He basically released unauthorized gameplay of Grand Theft Auto, which is a big deal for the people at Rockstar because they wanted to be the ones that released the gameplay of their own game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing I saw yesterday was it was like a bunch of police chasing someone who was shooting out of the back of a car. And this is in the game.
What we do it for, yeah.
It was actual gameplay, right?
I do it for the prostitutes. I don't know what you're talking about.
So why did that play? I don't know how this stuff just plays all the time.
He's a porn star.
Thank you, Dustin. No, I saw, so like that situation. One, there were like 27 cop cars. They just kept coming out of everywhere. Like I don't think any jurisdiction has that many, but shout out to the police if you do, whatever. I hope to never find out. But like, in this gameplay, it looked super realistic. I mean, you see little specks of things flying off as the cars going around these corners. That was just like 1 minute clip, and it already had me saying, I totally get why Kyler Murray struggles with this stuff, because it's like I want to abandon my job to go play that right now. It looks awesome.
The hype that Grand Theft Auto 6 has, I don't see how it lives up to it. And I think that the gameplay that guy released, I saw someone say they didn't even improve the jiggle physics.
Yes, jiggle physics was a nice trending word on social media
that's
this
like
week.
What people are looking forward to the most, which that tells you where this world is right now.
Yeah,
when
that's one of my like favorite hardcore bands, Jiggle Physics. I go to see them at the Newport. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so it was a 27-minute extended trailer that you can watch on Netflix.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, that's why they needed to put it on a streaming platform.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
It's a whole show.
And I bet it did numbers. Yeah. I don't know if it's like the most watched thing or if it'll be one of those like top 10 things that is being watched in the U.S. right now. But I would think a lot of people would have checked into that. So I kept seeing clips of that. They announced that apparently there are more side quests than ever. Some of the things they showed you could do was like they showed at one point, I saw one of the characters was driving an airboat like over a swamp, like with the big fan behind it.
Yep.
There was that. I saw them like scuba diving, swimming under the water in scuba. There was a lot of water-based stuff, it seemed like, for the activities. There's a shot of the woman character in this jumping off of like a tall structure and with a parachute on, like base jumping. And apparently it said like you're supposed to lean into the side quests. That's supposed to be a thing. The other thing I found interesting they said about Grand Theft Auto 6 is that there is a relationship component between the man and the woman.
Okay. And
she's like your partner, or you are her partner, or whatever the case is, whoever's playing. I don't know if you can pick one character or both characters, whatever. But I guess the thing is, if you're playing as the one character, the other character can come and bail you out. If you're in trouble, they can come help you escape or whatever. But they said you have a relationship component. So if you're in the midst of a heist and you get a text message, it'll pop up on your screen. And if you don't answer it right away, that detracts from the loyalty of the person that you're partnered with.
Could you imagine?
So you have to like manage an online relationship in this game to be able to beat this game.
I'm in the middle of a heist. I'll get back to you. All right.
Virgins everywhere are going to love this Grand Theft Auto.
Are they?
Yes.
Because I feel like this is the issue. If it was like, hey, you have to manage a relationship, it's like, I'm really good at it, Grand Theft Auto. It's like, go do that in the real world. It's like when Rock Band came out, we have all these people like shredding on guitar. It's like, just go learn guitar.
That's true.
No, you can go actually be a rock star.
The poor virgin in the basement is going to thrive Grand Theft Auto 6, they're going to have
A full family.
Yeah, mansions, cars.
Yeah.
They said a great relationship
I didn't get it.
with a woman that's not their mom.
I didn't get into the part of like, I don't know how to put this delicately. Do you get to create children in this? I don't know. Like, I don't know how we talked about jiggle physics. I don't know how much of that comes into play, but yeah.
Could you imagine part of the loyalty thing? You're in the middle of a heist. You get a text. She's in labor.
Oh my God.
Do you show up? Do you stop the heist short? What do you do?
Yeah, you show up.
Maybe
you
get
got
a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, you got to escape, but then also you've said the text like, "Honey, they were shooting at me. I'll be there as soon as I can," and then you get the response back like, "It's not a good. It's not a good enough excuse."
They
Sorry.
said there's a whole in-game economy that you can earn real money off of. You know what I'm saying? Like the hype is astronomical. Astronomical.
I saw that the map. Now I didn't play this game, but I know of its legendary status. They said the map is twice as large as Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah, that's
So like
something.
that. So they said it was twice as large as like whatever the last GTA that came out. It's also like double the size of that. So I know everyone has criticized how long it has taken for this video game to come out, but apparently, what is it? November?
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be out.
Well,
so
it was supposed to be last November too. So we'll
yes,
And
right.
maybe even the November before that.
Yeah.
But this time there's a 27-minute gameplay on Netflix, so now it has to be. legit.
Bone, you think I'm useless now? Wait until I'm playing GTA 6 until midnight and then come in here. You're gonna be in trouble.
A lot of people are losing their job from GTA 6.
Why don't we all just do that? Why don't we just like schedule a day where we're just like, we're going to be off that day. We're all going to go play it. And then, I don't know, put it on YouTube. Like, have us all streaming as we're playing it.
This is going to become a video game game It's esports. It's esports. I bet they have some kind of sport.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we could. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Well, I mean, like, yeah, I'm trying to think of what. Oh, yeah, actually, I did see a shot of him shooting baskets.
There you go.
Like, it was just you have to keep, like, you have to actually maintain your mental health in this. You have to maintain your relationship
You have to
status.
maintain your physical health.
Your physical health,
you
too,
can
which
either
has
get
been a
muscular or heavy or whatever.
Yeah.
That's been a thing all the way back since San Andreas, but I'm sure it's way more sophisticated in this one.
Well, they showed the woman character like bench pressing.
Yeah,
and you're like
you could do
standing
that
there
in
with her.
the older ones.
Oh, can you? I see. I never played. I didn't know.
I never played GTA 5 either. Well, I played a little bit, but it was a little too open world for me.
Wouldn't that be bad if you guys found out, like, in GTA, I'm going to the gym every day, but here, like, in real life, not a chance? Like, I'm just like, sorry, guys, I can't do it tonight. I got a gym time. I got to, GTL, gym tan laundry.
2 hours in the GTA gym.
Short. Yeah. No hours in the real gym. Not doing that. All right. So the Browns played last night. It's partially why Tyvis isn't here today. There's not much to talk about from that, but there was a little bit of something interesting that came up from that game. We'll discuss it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Friday. We are seeing a disabled vehicle right now on the west side, so a heads up here. It's on 270, that northbound ramp to 70 in that westbound direction, so expect some lane closures if you're traveling out there right now. At least some better news for our friends in Delaware County. Repairs just wrapping up 71 in that southbound direction over by Plum Road. As soon as you're passing US 36 outside of Sunbury, we had 2 right lanes that are blocked, but now all lanes officially back open. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's AR and Maddie here for McDaniel GM Superstore. Maddie, our listeners need more than a regular truck. They need extra muscle.
They've got exactly what you need at the McDaniel GM Superstore. Right now, the 26 Silverado 2500 HD is up to $8,000 off MSRP.
$8,000 off? That's a serious deal.
You're darn right. Terms and conditions apply for qualified buyers. Get to McDaniel GM Superstore just north on 23 off Route 95 in Marion, or visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible, and I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
See for yourself. Visit RosatiWindows.com.
This is Gordon Miller for Miller Lending, your original home of the no-cost loan. When it comes time to buy or refinance your home, there's 3 basic rules you need to know. Rule number 1, never ask your lender if they need to call your employer to make sure you still work there. Quitting the week of closing was not cool, Bob. Number 2, never call from jail and say you're going to be running a little late for closing. Again, not cool, Bob. And finally, the one thing Bob did right, never ever pay closing costs. What banks won't tell you is that paying closing costs creates an 8-year break even, yet the average loan lasts only 4. It's similar to buying life insurance at age 108. The math simply doesn't math. At Miller Lending, we solved that problem 39 years ago. By waiving all the fees, we completely eliminated the break even, so you will immediately realize savings. So why wait? Pick up the phone and call Miller Lending today. 877-9-NO-COST, or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Call today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you want and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, foreclosures, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Call today and speak with me, John Kozik, for an all-cash offer and the help you need. At 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000, TurboTrackRealty.com.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
You may run into some patchy valley fog first thing this morning. Otherwise, many of us just have a mostly clear sky. That sunshine continues this afternoon. There's a teeny tiny chance of a pop-up shower with highs in the lower 80s. For Saturday, mostly sunny skies, lower 80s once again. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
Never have I been so excited to get a whiff of sweaty jock straps. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Yay, football, the fan. Everyone on this show was skinny until they met Bone.
There are a lot of fat guys here.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweets program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Michael Bennett joining us today. Tyvis is out on a little thing called PTO, which he is welcome to take, and we of course are welcome to tease him about it because he gives us all crap whenever we take PTO. So this is Tyvis Powell. This is him. His kids right now in his house are doing this.
PTO! PTO!
Yes, that's right. Chanting PTO.
Though he hates his kids more than you hate yours. So.
Wow.
I'm sure he'll have something to say about that.
Wow. That's wild. Baby Tsunami does not deserve the hate. I don't think any of them do, but certainly not. Little Trace has done nothing so far. He was telling me that little Trace, Baby Tsunami, loves to, he's a happy guy. Yep. Smiles a lot.
It's like his dad.
Yeah.
When he's not at home.
But when kids are smiling at that age, it's usually because something's happened in the diaper, you know, and that becomes
a mischievous smile.
Yes, something's going on there. So last night, the Browns played in a preseason game against the Patriots. Do I know the score of that game? No. Do I care about the score of that game?
37-13.
Thank you, Dylan.
Blew the Patriots out. Browns are going 17-0.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
the AFC champions right there.
Well, there was a highlight that was making the rounds because Taylon Green, who is probably the fourth string quarterback right now. I don't think he's above
squad.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's not even a thing. Yeah, but he is a very large man who can also move very quickly, and he had a play in the third quarter where he's back in the end zone. Protection collapsed. He kind of had to make a play out of it, and he ran for like 30 yards, ran past the whole defense.
Nice.
Now, that defense, is it full of guys who are all pros? Probably not, but
he was probably the best athlete on the field at that point.
It might have been, and you know what? He showed it. It was a great play. I don't think that means anything for him. Hey, maybe we give him a shot. Not yet.
What about Dylan Gabriel going ham in the first half?
Dylan Gabriel, yeah, by all accounts,
touchdowns.
I went and looked at the highlights. He looked good. Now, I didn't watch the game because I know it's largely irrelevant because they've already made the decision on quarterback. And a lot of the decisions they're making now are for guys who are going to be at the back end of the roster, but also late and T-Bone tired. So I went to bed.
I'd argue that Dylan Gabriel, if you're playing in game 3, you're playing for other teams. My theory is, or at least what I think the Browns should do, is trade Dylan Gabriel for something and then keep Taylor or whoever this kid is.
Yeah.
But you can't, I don't think you should keep Shador in Dylan.
No, I agree with that. I would actually support that fully if they would. And then have your project quarterback be your third string guy. Yeah, I'd like that.
I
Dylan
played
Gabriel's,
the clip in the update. Dylan Gabriel said something about getting stuff on tape.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's what those.
He's aware.
Yeah. That's what those late preseason games are for. And I mean, if anything, he just helped the Browns out by making that. You know, I would assume they're trading him. I don't know why you'd cut a third rounder that you drafted 2 years ago. Was it 3 years
last
ago?
Year.
Yeah,
last
that was
year's draft.
No, I wouldn't think you would cut him.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess there are probably teams that their argument would be, well, why would we trade for him? We know you're just going to cut him. But my argument, if I'm the Browns, would be,
you'll just hold on.
There's going to be 5 teams out there that might want to pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to be the team that actually gets him, we're not looking for much here.
Yeah.
You know, we're looking for like a 7th round pick or something. Like,
I don't know.
Something very minor.
After the first play of the game, roll out to the left, he completed a pass. I texted the group chat and said, I've seen enough start GGs.
You did.
And then he just went off.
That's what I thought that was.
If he was 6'2" instead of 5'11", he would be the starting quarterback of this team.
Hey,
well,
if
that's
ifs or fifths, we'd all be drunk.
I was going to say, if I was 6'10" and 220, I would probably be playing in the NBA, but I'm not. So I'm here.
You don't have the discipline.
I have the discipline. Not when it comes to food, but other stuff, Dylan. I'll be shooting baskets all day. I just won't eat. I'd be the Zion of like the NBA. I for sure. They'd be like, this guy can't.
That's a hell of a.
He can't stay away from the hostess.
Sure, Zion's made plenty of money.
Yeah, that's right. He has.
He makes some interesting decisions.
I will never forget the time his shoe exploded playing at Duke, and I was just like, I've never seen that happen.
Yeah.
I didn't, like that. Just the force that he generates, like such a powerful guy, and if he can ever put it all together. I'm rooting for Zion Williamson is my point. I think he'd be awesome, but
that's your lasting memory of Zion. Mine is when a porn star called him out on Twitter for being a bad guy.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
That was an incredible week or two of her just ripping this dude apart.
Who was it that ripped him
Mariah
apart?
Mills.
Oh, okay. I'm unfamiliar. I'll have to equate myself with her.
I don't think you want to.
Riley Reid.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't.
It wasn't
he has an interesting choice. Interesting taste. Of all the porn stars.
Okay. All right. There you go. I'll have to find out more.
Are you? If we Google her, is that going to be?
Yeah, that's. I mean, you're the lawyer. You're the lawyer, so you're the one who can tell us.
Account. This is T-Bone's account.
Yeah, don't Google it. Don't Google it. I just look it up on my phone. I've never done that before.
Make sure,
I've never
make
said
sure
before.
you're not on the work Wi-Fi
right.
when you do
that's
that.
true.
I'm just saying, even you should just get eyes on her. You'd be like, what was Zion doing, man? What is this guy into?
Because who knows? All right, I'm gonna
not traditional.
All right, I'm
Go ahead and pivot.
I'm gonna find out.
You're doing the opposite. You're diving in.
I'm saying I'll find out in a moment. I'll find out in a moment.
This is investigative journalism.
So, Dylan, we had some audio from this. So the game was on Amazon Prime. So that means Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels were calling it. Ryan Fitzpatrick, former NFL quarterback, was also on the broadcast for parts of it. And he had some interesting thoughts on the Browns quarterback situation. And I love how he just basically cut through all the BS that has been going on up in Cleveland.
But I also think this is set up here for Shador. I mean, if Deshaun, once he fails, Shador's going to jump into this thing, and he's going to be the guy, and this city is going to be behind him.
Yeah. So you think he'll fail?
Yeah, and it's going to happen. I mean, Shador's playing this year. I think all 3 of these guys. I think Gabriel's going to have a chance to play as well. But this is such a young roster with a lot of changing parts and a lot of new guys. So they're going to struggle on offense this year.
Yeah, I love that he said once it fails, because how could anyone in their right mind think that Deshaun Watson's going to work out this year.
No, the Browns are in about as bad of a situation as an organization can be in with this Deshaun Watson situation. And I'll say, I don't think Deshaun wants to be successful at the Browns. Him being successful or not successful changes absolutely nothing for him. He's still got this $240 million coming in. Yeah, okay, maybe if he had galvanized the fans and the team, he could sign for another $200 million. I don't think, I'm going to be honest with you, T-Bone, I don't think he could do anything at this point, even being successful, that would make the team want to bring him back. They already gave him enough money. Shador's young. He's not a top 10, top 15 QB, but he has potential. If you really pour into him and see what he can do, and the team seems to have rallied around him at different times last season, Deshaun is just there until they can get rid of him. And right now, like, you have to start him because you have to pay him $60 million a year or whatever it is. So you're not just going to bench him and give him the easy way out. You're going to say, okay, go tear your Achilles again, or give us a reason to bench you. And I think Deshaun would happily give them a reason to bench him because he's going to get his money either way.
It wouldn't surprise. I mean, he says all the things like he wants to be the quarterback and all that stuff, and it means a lot to him. But also then he has one of his worst performances ever, and he basically goes out and rips the city and says, everybody's booing me, but it's not for performance. It's personal. Dude, it's totally about performance. I mean, we've been around the NFL long enough to know that the stuff off the field, I'm not a fan of Deshaun Watson. I mean, 27 accusations from women, all that. We've been over that. Like, it's been 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for a fact there are a lot of people like me who would say, I don't care if he was the MVP of the league. I wouldn't be a fan of his. I'm not rooting for him. I'd be in the vast minority on that. I'm convinced. There are a lot of people who would absolutely ignore that or make their peace with it if he was throwing touchdowns and winning games. But the fact that he's not furthers the point that no one's forgetting about his past, and everyone is, of course, now also just not wanting to see him be the quarterback of the Browns. The problem they have, and we've kind of gone over this before, but like they have to pay him still $85+ million, not pay him, the salary cap hits that they've moved out of. Because, in the NFL, there's the money you actually make, and then there's how it translates to the salary cap. They convert a lot of his salary to bonus, stuff like that. He's next year and the year after, they're going to have a salary cap hit for him, even though he will not be on the team.
Yeah.
He will not be on the team in part because they have a poison pill in the contract, which I believe that's more of a legal side of things, Michael Ben, that you could speak to. But basically, that's something they put in the contract to say, under no circumstances will we do business anymore with this guy. We have to end this contractual relationship and then start a new one if we want to. Because if he's on the roster March 1st, they are on the hook for another $200 million contract to him. There is zero chance he will be playing for the Browns next year. Zero.
And so the way I feel about it is they know that, we know that, everybody knows that. Just start Shador. I would almost say cut him. Eat whatever you got to eat when it comes to the money. And they're not going to do that, right? They're saying we're going to get everything out of this man. Like I said, tear your Achilles again if you have to, but we're going to get everything we can out of this man before we get him off the team. But, man, he's just – I think, I'm not in that locker room. I don't see how he wouldn't be a poison to the locker room. I don't see how just him having to deal with the media, him having to deal with the fans doesn't just absolutely, set a bad precedent in the locker room for what the expectations of the season are. Everybody knows he's not going to be the guy leading you to success.
No.
So let Shador, get his feet under him and get that experience. And
if he sucks, then what's the worst case scenario? Then you go out and get a top 5 pick hopefully next year if your record's bad enough. And that's where you could go possibly draft your quarterback of the future.
Yep.
If you do find that you're not that bad, then maybe Shador finds something and you actually have your quarterback. And then whatever your first round picks are next year, you can use 2 of them that they have to go get other weapons. So
the only reason I could see to start Deshaun would be if you're just like, all right, we need to let Shador ride the bench to protect his ego or whatever, that for a couple more games, another half a season, until he feels like he can dissect defenses and stuff like that.
I'll go even further. The only reason I could see to play Deshaun Watson is because they actually think he's worse. Like that would be if you put Andrew Berry on the Truth Serum or Jimmy Haslam or I don't think it's Todd Monken, but whoever's making the decision there, if you said, why are you playing this guy? And they said, all right, the real reason is because we need to lose games because we want the number 1 pick. Mm-hmm. And Deshaun's going to make it easier for us to lose games. I would actually go with that if that was what that's the only logical reason I could see to even play that dude. But
yeah, as a guy in the locker room, that's not what you want to hear.
No, of course not. And I don't think that the locker room, from all accounts, the locker room thinks that he is the slightly further ahead candidate because he's just more of a pro than Shedeur is. But go figure, he's been playing for almost a decade now. Or at least he's been rostered for almost a decade.
Yeah.
Company called Good just had a very bad week. We'll tell you about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic already building in our southeast side of Columbus. Outside of Groveport, you can expect that 270 eastbound ramp just to be a little bit slower as people are traveling towards that Alum Creek Drive area. Hey, at least some better news if you're traveling towards the east side, especially over towards the airport. 670, even 270 southbound. Looking pretty good on this Friday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Save big on everything for your painting projects when you shop at Menards. Improve your home's curb appeal with Pittsburgh's Paramount Exterior Paint. It's a paint and primer in one that defends against dirt and grime while providing exceptional hide, adhesion, and fade protection. Save big at Menards on Paramount Exterior Paint. Plus, view our weekly flyer on menards.com and check out all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Sleep Better Columbus can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Remember the time producer Dylan said that Alabama should be in the playoffs and that Tyvis started yelling at him? Those were good times. And remember later that day when Tyvis punched him in the face? Classic stuff. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
Michael Bennett filling in for Tyvis today. Another former national champion. We're just dripping with talent here at the Fan. All national champions all the time.
National champion fill-ins only in that chair.
Joshua Berry fills in a lot. Another national champion. Yeah. I was just going to ask you before we get into this, because I've talked with Tyvis about this, but this time of year as a former player, like, even go back to your days in high school. Like, I mean, this is week 2 of high school football. When this stuff starts happening, when you're watching Ohio State or even some of the NFL stuff, like, does it still, do some of the juices start flowing a little bit for you just around this time of year, or are you kind of removed from that now?
Honestly, it's more the weather that starts, getting those memories going and everything like that. I think it was earlier this week I walked outside. I was like, all right, it's here. This is the ideal football weather. This is what, the smell in the air brings you back. Like a little bit of a chill in the morning sometimes. That's kind of what does it for me. I don't even know, dude. I barely remember camps. Like, I feel like I blocked that stuff out. Like, I don't know. I don't get too fired up about it. I'm like 5 years removed now.
Yeah.
And so, like, I look forward to Ohio State football. I look forward to always having some kind of football game on at some point. But when it comes to, like, memories flooding back, it's weather induced.
Yeah. Yeah, I can totally see that. I think we all get that way, especially when it was a couple days ago where I got up, getting up at being outside at 4 or 4:30 to get ready to come in here. Most mornings for the last few months, it's been like, oh, great, it's 70 and muggy already. Today's going to be a very hot day. But, like, I walked out the other day to my car, and it was, like, breezy and a little chilly, where I was like, oh, man, this is a little bite to the air. And it was probably in the 50s, or low 60s or something. But it was just enough that it got me to say, oh, yeah, pretty soon we're back. We're going to get that weather change. You're going to see the leaves turning and all that stuff. It's time to go. Saw this company. I was unfamiliar with them, other than I feel like I've heard from, like, my golf buddies about this brand called Good. And Good, I guess, is like, I don't play golf, but I'm told that that's the thing where you like, if you have a little putt and it's only like a foot and you could just putt it in, but you look to your buddy and say, we're going to call that good. And they say, yeah, we'll call it good. And then you just get to count that without actually putting it in. That's a good, essentially. That's what this company's name is. Well, anyway.
For the record, good means something else in other communities.
Yes, that's right.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes.
get that good. Yeah. That's right.
So,
it's good to know. This is good to see.
Maybe they should consult. Maybe they should have consulted somebody outside their community. But maybe it's a double entendre.
I don't know what community we could possibly be talking about. Ryan Day, your thoughts?
The whites are good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What an insane clip.
He's talking about uniforms. That's all. I don't know what else he could be talking about, honestly. Who could? Anyway, so this company, Good, they've blown up. They were a YouTube channel. They were a social media kind of presence. Then they started doing merch, and you can buy like hats and shirts and all kinds of stuff from them. That has blossomed them into becoming this kind of tastemaker brand in the golf space for younger, certainly guys like under 30, but they've become very big. Callaway had a driver partnership with them. They made a commercial for this, did the good people. And I'm sure Callaway looked at it and said, well, you guys are savvy, YouTubers. You go make the commercial. We'll just put our name on it. The commercial involved a new driver that they had, which was partnered with Callaway. And it was in the bag. They're at a driving range. And a woman walks up to grab the golf, or she's looking at the driver, and then she goes to grab it. And in the background, you see another one of their guys. These people both are on... They're characters on the Good YouTube channel, so people know who they are. I don't, but people do. The guy runs up and is like, get your hands off my driver, or something like that, and then knocks her over. Runs into her, knocks her over. And then the whole thing is supposed to be a playoff of Obsession, which I'm not familiar with. I don't know if that's a show or a movie. I'm very out of touch, apparently, with this.
It's a new horror movie. I haven't seen the movie, but if you have an Instagram account, I basically watch the movie on Instagram.
Oh,
I'm not a horror movie guy, but it's I think they made it for it cost $750K to make, and they've made 400 million worldwide or something like that. Something crazy.
Well, good for them. So this is a trend that they were trying to jump onto, right? And obviously their target audience knows what this stuff is. However, the rest of the commercial goes on with her just staring at the golf club and the guy being like, stop looking at the golf club. But this part where he knocks her over, people had a problem with it because they were saying it kind of promoted maybe violence towards women was one way that it was looked at. I didn't really get that from it, but I did see the broader picture of women in golf. Like Augusta didn't let women in for a very long time when the Masters was going on. And I don't mean when it was black and white either. I mean when it was full color television and they were not letting women in. That's a problem, right? So women have had a problem with getting access to some of the spaces that men have had in golf over the years. So a lot of people took it that way too, of you're basically saying the woman can't touch the golf club, but the man can. Again, is that woke? Is that crazy? Is that wild? I don't know. But here's what I know. A lot of these companies don't want their name associated with anything that looks remotely like that. So Callaway has now said, good, sorry, we're ending our partnership with you. They were supposed to sponsor a PGA Tour event in Austin coming up in November. That they said, the good companies, that we're walking away from that. We're going to take a step back. PGA was like, we fully support you doing that. Behind the scenes, I'm quite sure the PGA was like, you need to put out a statement and you need to back out of this. We're not going to kick you out, but you need to get out of here.
I watched the commercial too, and I didn't think it was a good commercial. I didn't think it was even good production quality. It didn't seem like a commercial that should tank a company.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
But also, yeah. All right. It can be pretty tone deaf when you look at like you said, the historical stuff with women not really having a lot of access in golf. And it would have been so easy, just role reversal, right? Have the woman body check the guy or something.
No one would have had a problem with it.
Have another woman body check her, but
yeah, could have been two guys or two gals or something. There could have been any other number of ways you could have done this, and no one would have given it a second thought.
Yeah. Once again, everybody's walking on eggshells these days, and I'm not here to say that commercial was no big deal. But, they're getting cooked right now.
Oh, the reaction to it, I do agree. I don't think anybody could have predicted that would have been, the reaction to it would have been so extreme. The issue, I think, becomes, because people will talk about, so this is cancel culture or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but what I do know is like multi-billion-dollar publicly traded companies, anything like that where there's billions of dollars on the line, they don't want headaches. So it's not even about like, oh, is this woke or is this... They don't want a headache. They want to be thought of as the company that like makes you drive the ball further and that's it. Callaway.
Yeah.
They don't want you to think about, oh yeah, there's a like they don't want any negativity on any space. They want to be positive all the time. So if there's even if the heat is not something that maybe the reaction to it was overblown, they just say, whatever, man, we don't want to partner with whatever your drama is over there.
Yeah.
Kind of like if we've all had a buddy like this, I feel like, where every time you talk to them, there's like someone who's out to get them, someone who's like screwing them over, someone who like they're always in drama.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point there are people who are just like, whatever, man, I don't want to hang out with you because there's always drama around
stuff
you.
over there.
Even if it's not your fault necessarily, you're just always around the drama. And I think that's what sometimes companies do is they look at it and say, there's too much drama around this. So they don't want to be a part of it. All right, we'll come back. Could be the end of the road for a Michigan man, and we will talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
If you just got out on the roads and you're near the Groveport area, just a heads up, we are seeing some slowdowns after a disabled vehicle. It's affecting that South Hamilton Road area, State Route 317, that southbound direction, right before you're hitting 33. That left lane is blocked, and yeah, a lot of people are getting caught up in that, so be careful. Merge towards that right side if you can. Also, just a heads up, per usual, New Albany, a little bit busier out there, 161 eastbound as soon as you're passing 62. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut. Summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
How do you know you got a great deal? You came to Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 26 Bronco Sport or Maverick, $399 a month. Get 0% APR on a new 26 F-150 Super Crew 4x4 STX or lease for $499 a month. Visit CoughlinFord.com. Coughlin has the car for you.
36-month lease, $29.98 due at signing. Not all buyers will qualify. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Excludes tax, title, and registration. $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. 0% for 36 months equals $27.78 for 1,000 finance. With approved credit through Ford Motor Credit. Ends 8/31/26.
The Reds are on the radio.
Swung on, crushed, high, deep, left field. There it goes. A 3-run go-ahead blast for Eugenio Suarez. They're waving around Friedel. Up throwing Anthony. Throw to the plate, not in time. And the Reds walk it off at 11, 6-5.
The quest for October baseball is underway. Hear all the action all season long on your home of the Reds.
OAR, 3 Decades Tour. September 10th at Kimba Live Outdoor. Featuring all of the band's career-defining hits and fan favorites. With special guests, Gavin DeGraw and KT Tunstall. Get tickets now at Penn Station box office or at AXS.com. Don't miss OAR. Brought to you by Bud Light and From OS Productions.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since '48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
Day 1, the hardest day. The day you hear,
"This is a type of blood cancer."
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
Get ECO.
Hey, Jerry, remember when you invented that tiny bit of paper at the start of a new roll of sticky tape that helps you find the end?
Ah, yes, the Jerry tab.
Too bad the name never caught on.
But it makes the thing you already paid for more useful.
And makes your life more enjoyable.
So I thought we could make people's lives more enjoyable when they call us to do plumbing work on their home.
Get Eco. ECO.
If you get Eco to replace your water heater, our helpful plumbers will do up to $500 worth of additional plumbing work for free while we're there.
The job's too little to call a plumber for, but you really want a plumber to fix.
Get Eco. ECO.
And if you need something bigger done, we'll give you $500 off the cost of that.
Wait, we could put a Jerry tab at the beginning of every toilet paper roll. I could be famous after all.
Get Eco. ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
Home of the Jerry tab.
GetEco.com.
Common Man and Timmy.
I don't like your whole vibe.
I love this
I've been telling this story to Ted. You've known this story for years.
Yes.
And now you're giving me attitude about it?
Common Man and Timmy Afternoons on the Fan is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tonight, high school football game of the week right here on the Fan. Bishop Watterson, Pickerington Central. That is at ODU's Panther Stadium. Kickoff at 7. We'll have all the coverage here starting at 6:30 right here on the Fan. So, yeah, it's high school football time, baby. We're back. It's that time of year. It's all happening. Oh, sorry. There you go.
I got to see how my Elks are doing back in Centerville.
Yeah, man.
They made a little run to the playoffs. I don't know. I think it was 2 years ago. Got absolutely just mollywopped by, I think it was Elder. But they went pretty deep in the playoffs, so I was proud of them. So I'm hoping they can make a little run again this year.
Yeah, they. I remember hearing this story because I think AJ Hawk talked about it in the past. But how Centerville, were you there when they played the? They used to play the alumni game where they would have.
No, that was. I think they got rid of that after AJ set the tone a little too much.
There was a legendary story, if you've never heard of AJ Hawk. I think it was Herbie.
Yeah,
that he got and ripped his helmet off and just destroyed him.
Yeah, I think that might have been the last year of that.
It's now this is interesting. Senior night, got moved with Ohio State. They moved that up to the first game of the year, Ball State. They're going to do senior night stuff there. I had heard in that reporting of that story that high schools do that. I was just looking up Centerville's football schedule. It says they're playing Groesbeck tonight at 7:30, and it is senior night. So they're doing senior night as well, early. I wonder how that strikes you.
I thought we had always had senior night later in the season when I was in high school. I would prefer senior night to be late in the season, when the last home game.
That's what I would prefer too. That's what I
think that makes a lot of sense. It's your send off.
Yeah, because it's your last time getting to run out there and do all that, and that's a good time to have some I feel like the first game of the season, it's I think you brought this up, Dylan. We were talking about it. We don't know if any of these guys, they're going to be seniors, at least for Ohio State, who are going to get honored at the Ball State game, who have never played a down of football for Ohio State because they spent the rest of their career somewhere else. And now they're going to get honored as a senior. Yeah. And we don't know if we don't even know these guys.
And it feels like a let's get this out of the way type of thing.
It very much does.
I really like having it as the last home game. I think it makes it more emotional. I don't remember what their reasoning for moving it up is, but I don't like that. I would much prefer it was the last time you get to play on this field. We're going to honor you as a senior and give you a nice send-off.
By the way, I don't know what I was looking at because it says, maybe according to Google, it says that they play some team named Groesbeck, which I've never heard of. Then I'm looking at the rest of their schedule, and it says there's teams like Mildred.
There's Centervilles all over the country.
Norman G, Lovelady. These do not sound like Center. These do not sound like Ohio high school. So I'm going to say that's wrong. So maybe their senior night isn't today.
Here, let me see this.
I went to the Max Prep site, and it says they're playing Oakland.
Yes,
that sounds.
I've never even heard of Oakland.
Well, they have. Oakland is ripping off the Ohio State logo.
Olentangy,
but they're from Tennessee.
I'm surprised they play Olentangy.
I don't even know if this is.
That's a far trip.
Fairmont, Springfield, Beaver Creek. All right, this is Centerville.
Okay,
I don't know
so this is
Oakland and Olentangy. Berlin are.
I don't.
You don't know?
Berlin's here.
Berlin's the newest iteration of Olentangy.
Yeah, they're here. Yeah, that's
about 5 or 10 years old.
Centerville will whoop them. Centerville will beat any Columbus team.
Damn.
It does. Hey, that's the.
Oh, dude, we
are
got
you guys in the
right
G
by
Walk?
Lakota East, yeah.
Is Centerville in the G Walk?
Yeah.
Greater Western Ohio Conference, I believe.
So
is
we
what
already
that stands for.
we already played a game. We lost 41-14.
Oh,
I'm gonna
who'd
have to
you
go
lose to?
talk to the kids.
Yeah. This Oakland team is Oakland High School from Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
That's
cool.
That's not the school that Peyton Manning's kid goes to, right?
Let's
David
hope not.
Gabriel Georges.
No, but they're named.
let's
No, but
hope
they
not.
are named something like when you hear their name, you're like, oh, that sounds like a college team almost. But it's not. Like
Baylor School.
See, there. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Baylor School is also in Tennessee, and that's where there's a 5-star recruit the Buckeyes did end up getting. David Gabriel George, is that his name? And then, but also freshman quarterback on that team, Peyton Manning's son.
Man.
So yeah, they've got some obviously some very big talent on that school. That's not who Centerville's playing. We're on Centerville. This is Centerville High School football talk right here on the Fan. But I
You'll
figured
be
why not?
thankful for it.
You're home of what's the mascot?
The
Michael?
Elks.
The
The
legendary Elks. Yeah,
Plural Elks.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. So saw that a Michigan man, probably the end of the road for one J.J. McCarthy, at least in Minnesota. They're saying he could be on the chopping block because, Kyler Murray is been named the starter. That was like a week or two ago they did that. And I don't think I was on the air that day.
No, you didn't get to take your victory lap.
It's all right.
I was sad for you.
You know, you don't have to really take a victory lap when you knew you're going to win the entire time. I mean, it feels like, like apparently when Centerville goes up against Olentangy Berlin, where you're just like, there's no doubt of the outcome. We're just this is a win. We're not even going to celebrate that. We expected that. But so I knew that was going to happen. I wasn't surprised at all by that. But now I see that there's more smoke here. Apparently, some of the people around the team that are reporting up in Minnesota say it's looking more and more like not only will he's not beat out Kyler Murray, but he won't beat out Carson Wentz for the backup spot either. Because when Carson Wentz came in last year, he looked better than J.J. McCarthy for the Vikings and now still does. And they're just not happy with the progress that J.J. has made. So, yeah, it's kind of decision time there because I'm sure the Vikings are looking at it as saying someone probably would take him on as a project. Maybe we could get a little something for him if we just either cut him loose or try to trade him. But this is the time. This is the, when is the roster lockdown? Is that today or it's this weekend? I mean, they got to their third.
I'm assuming whenever the games are over.
Yeah, so
Monday.
This is when you're going to see a lot of potential names that, like Odell Beckham Jr. Is he going to stick with the Giants? Stuff like that, trying to make his comeback. But JJ could absolutely be on the chopping block, maybe just getting outright cut, maybe getting traded. But looks like his time in Minnesota is ending.
I'll say this. You don't cut a 10th overall pick. You trade him. And they're not going to trade him for what they want to get from him, but you don't cut 10th overall picks. Just too much money tied up into it. And for whatever reason, that's such a pride thing where it's like if you're a GM and you cut your 10th overall pick after 2 years, you got to go.
But it wasn't the same GM, though.
Yeah, that's the issue. See, they're getting new GM. This isn't my call. I didn't make this decision. So that's a fair point, Dylan. I didn't think of that. Also, there is the thought of whatever you do with him, if you trade him, if you cut him, if you put him on the practice squad, the team did use a 10th overall pick on him, like you're saying. So there's already no way that this isn't
you got to
embarrassing.
get something for it. And I'll say it also doesn't help that, I haven't been following it too closely, but I've been following it enough to know that his attitude about it when Kyler came in wasn't necessarily what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I think it's not a surprise to anybody that Kyler beat him out. Kyler's a better quarterback. I think his attitude is better, and that's saying a lot because it's freaking Kyler Murray. But
right.
You want a guy who is excited for the competition rather than feeling kind of like he's been done wrong. And then if he does lose a job, a guy that's saying at least to the media, I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to continue competing. I'm excited to get better. And JJ feels a little like he's giving off entitled vibes.
Yeah.
Like, I deserve this. And I'm not saying he said that, but that's the energy that I feel coming from him. And so Carson Wentz, you're not going to get another, big 5 years out of him. He's not super old and these quarterbacks are playing long, but a good veteran quarterback like Joe Flacco-esque, where you can just have him there for dicey situations, calm and under pressure, all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if a team is willing to trade a couple late round picks for J.J. McCarthy, and I think that would be worth it.
I mean, to your point, Michael, the Cardinals got a 2nd and a 5th for Josh Rosen, who also went 10th overall and stunk. They traded him to Miami. They got a 2nd and a 5th for him.
And I think J.J.'s better than him. I don't think J.J.'s better than Kyler, but he's not. I don't think he's like the worst quarterback in the league. He's not a who was it? Peterman. Poor guy.
Oh, Nathan Peterman.
You know what I'm saying? He's not at that level.
About that dude. Yeah.
Oh man, I got stories about that guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got a family probably, so I'm not gonna.
Did you play with him?
Didn't play with him.
Okay.
Played against him, I remember him coming in. I think he was on the Bills at the time.
Yes.
Tyrod Taylor went down, and he stepped in, and the D line started just drooling. We were like, "Oh man, we're gonna." And I think he threw like 4 picks.
Oh, were you in that game?
Yeah, it was.
That was because I remember that where he threw him like 4. Was it in a half?
It was amazing.
It was in a very short amount of time.
And you could see it in his eyes when he came on the field.
Oh, he wanted no part of it.
No,
huh?
he's not built for that. But I don't think JJ's at that level. I think JJ has potential to make plays. He's just not your franchise QB at this point.
No. I've always thought that the issue with him is, like, at Michigan, they knew it was coming to some degree, and that helped him out. But he always underthrew guys. He's 95% of the time. Never had the huge arm. And in the NFL, like, he shows flashes of it, and then he just, out of nowhere, like, there was a preseason game, the last one he played in, where he dropped, like, a 60-yard pass, and it looked pretty good. And then later on in that game, he had like a guy wide open on the goal line. All he has to do is flip it to him, and he fired it like he was trying to throw it through 3 guys, and it was like on top of the receiver before he could even get his hands up, and it goes incomplete, and you have to end up giving up the possession.
10th overall pick for a poor man's Johnny Manziel.
And this is year 3?
He was never like somebody who was picking defenses apart in college.
No.
He was, I think, more athletic than most quarterbacks in college. He could run, he could make something happen. But you can't look at that and be like, this guy's going to translate to a good NFL quarterback.
He got drafted off of moxie. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like one of those guys.
Because that was their national championship year, right?
Yeah. And that was the year where they were getting a lot of info from a lot of intel from a lot of vacuum cleaner salesmen, apparently, or one specifically.
Maybe the Vikings should try to cheat. Might help them out a little.
Worked out for Michigan. Worked out for Harbaugh. Lamar Jackson is in a really good spot next season. We'll tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still no crashes to report, and slowdowns are kind of far and few between around the metro this morning. If you're heading out the door from that north side and traveling towards downtown, things are looking great on 315, I gotta say. It will take you about 4 minutes between 270 over towards Bethel Road. Even better if you're heading towards OSU's campus, Lane Avenue, and then no issues as you're approaching 670, once again, just a little bit west of downtown. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
CEC Turf and Tractor is growing. We're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations. Same hometown service you trust, now with the strength of one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today.
Truck drivers, Midwest Logistics Systems is hiring local drivers to haul dedicated no-touch freight in your area. As an MLS driver, you'll earn predictable pay, drive familiar lanes, and get home every single day. No CDL? No worries. MLS now offers company-sponsored CDL training in select locations. Through this program, we'll pay for your tuition and lodging at a truck driving school and get you on the road to success after graduation. Don't wait. Explore jobs near you and apply today at MidwestLogisticsSystems.com.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Common Man here for Germain Hyundai, where right now $99 a month gets you your choice of a 2026 Hyundai Elantra or a 2026 Hyundai Kona. A brand new Hyundai for just $99 a month. And only at Germain, get free gas for 3 months. And with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Hyundai for less. Find your $99 Hyundai today at GermainHyundai.com. With approved credit, Elantra $44.95 down, Kona $39.95 down, plus tax, title, first month's payment, 7,500 miles per year, ends 8/31.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Austin Ward here, fired up
for warm weather, golf season, longer days, more time outside. Ride the momentum and finally drop the weight you keep saying you will. With Awaken 180, it's fast, easy, and we're all proof that it works. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Our fantasy commish says for him it's all about the friendships. Cute, but I play to win. Like with Bet365. I get paid the second my team goes up big with early payout, and I get profit boost before the game starts with Early Bird Special. Enjoy the friends, Kevin. I'll take the wins on Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Claim in app. T&Cs apply.
Trust isn't built in a day. It's built over years of showing up, doing the right thing, and standing behind every promise. For 34 years, that's exactly what Newman Roofing has done for families across Central Ohio. We know inviting a contractor to your home is a big decision. That's why we believe every homeowner deserves honest, transparent communication and a team that's there to educate you, not pressure you. The goal is simple. Deliver a white glove customer experience that leaves you just as confident in the process as you are in the finished product. That commitment has earned Newman Roofing the honor of being voted City Scene Magazine's Best Roofing Company 5 years in a row. This award represents something more important than just recognition. It represents the trust of our neighbors. So, if you're considering a new roof, siding, or gutters, choose the local company that's spent more than 3 decades putting families first. Newman Roofing. Call 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
when Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
Go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns beat the New England Patriots 37-13 in the team's third and final preseason game. Gabriel shined while starting at quarterback for the Browns. He played the entire first half and went 12 of 15 for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gabriel said after the game he wanted to maximize the opportunity.
Yeah, I just treat every opportunity like its own. Like, I'm not going to put pressure on it. Like, this is my one opportunity. Like, I'm just unaffected by whatever it may be. I'm just focused on, of course, maxing the opportunity, but not making it more than what it is.
Both the Reds and the Guardians will be back on the diamond tonight. The Reds will be in Chicago this afternoon, while the Guards will host the Kansas City Royals tonight. This update is brought to you by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
If your kid is complaining about not wanting to go to school, blast the volume on this show. You won't have any more problems. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Michael Bennett filling in for Tyvis today. I liked it. I saw Rusty in the chat said, Michael, if you want to add, like, what did he say, 20 more pounds, you might finally be at the weight class that Tyvis is now, which I thought was a nice.
Is Tyvis putting on weight?
That's Rusty in the chat every day. Gets on to Tyvis about how he's not working out, skipping exercises, all that stuff, which is...
Tyvis needs to tell him to meet him in a park, square up, see if the weight's holding him back yet.
Yeah, Tyvis is at, like, pass rusher weight right now.
No, he's not. You're lying to me.
No, I'm not.
Oh, Joshua Perry gives him crap about it, too, every time he comes in.
He's mid-twos?
He's more than mid-twos.
Yeah.
No way.
I promise.
He carries it well. I mean,
I was about to say, I feel like the last time I saw him, he might have looked like he'd been, like, lifting.
Yeah, he lifts, I think, as far as he says he does. It's interesting.
I'm on my path to 4s.
Hey, there we go. You and me both, brother.
I was gonna say,
I'm working my way up.
We're easily over 800 pounds on the show.
Yeah,
right now.
for sure. Yes, indeed. I like
People
that.
should be thankful this hasn't turned into just a big food review.
Well, but
That's
this is
what it normally
This is
is.
what I was going to say is because like we do talk a lot of food, and so you were telling me that place that you like to go here in town is called the Locks Bagel Shop. Which
They know me by name, man.
I haven't I haven't been there, but I'm looking at the website right now, and it looks awesome. What'd you say the move is for that
the
place?
pastrami, egg, and cheese.
Oh.
All of their bagels are really good, and it's not like any bagels I've had before, which is nice. It's a switch up. They're very light, but they're crispy on the outside.
Yeah.
They're phenomenal bagels. Their bagel sandwiches are really good. Got a really good egg sauce. They've got great cream cheeses. I think anybody that is like a bagel connoisseur would say the Locks is one of the 2 best bagels in the city.
Yeah, I got to go check that out. I've checked out Bear's Bagels in Hilliard, and that place rocks.
That's what people keep telling me, but I haven't. I tried to go out there when it had first opened, and like I looked up the address on Google or whatever. I go up north because it's so far away from me. I live in Old Town East, and it takes me to a residential neighborhood, and I pull up to like a house. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this isn't Bear's Bagels.
Well, you know what it is? I'm pretty sure the Bear Bagel people started like making them from their house, and it was like a delivery only thing. And then they have a spot in Old Hilliard. It's attached to a gas station. So like half of the building is their shop, and the other half is like a service station, convenience store, whatever. So like they have a parking lot, they have go in there. It's not a huge area, but like, I mean, if I'm getting bagels, usually I'm getting them and then I'm eating them on the way to something else or whatever. But they had a great sandwich. My 2 rules when I'm looking for bagel places, 2 rules that I have is 1, if I order it, I shouldn't have to ask for it toasted because it's already warm because you're making them fresh.
The Locks,
I'm guessing you don't have to ask for them to toast it because you probably get it and it's already warm.
You can ask.
Oh yeah, you can, and then you can get it like extra done. Yeah, but like fresh bagel places, you don't have to ask for it to be heated up because the bagels are not sitting there cold. That's a good sign. Both those places do that. The other one is if you walk in and say, I want a bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, they should have no further questions for you. That should be like,
you put ketchup on your bacon, egg, and cheese.
Salt, pepper, ketchup. That's the way. If you go to New York City and get a bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, or you can do hot sauce, either one. But that's
the hot sauce.
I don't ever put ketchup on eggs other than that one scenario right there.
Interesting.
Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, done.
Makes me uncomfortable.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't like it either, and I'm a born New Yorker.
Yeah, that's true. He is. Yeah.
Have you been to Fox's in Bexley?
Is it the
Old Blocks?
Oh no!
Used to be Blocks. Now it's Fox's.
Blocks Bagels back in the day.
Over on Broad Street.
That's the East Side staple. Blocks Bagels. Yeah.
I think I've said this to people before. The Reuben on the egg everything at Fox's, top 3 sandwich in the city.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I see. That's
add it to your list.
It is. It's on my list. Like
we're on our path to 400.
You need to host more often because all I do is get fat shamed on this show by the guy who's actually gaining weight. Unlike me, I'm maintaining my weight. Tyvis is the one putting on weight. Yeah, that's what you played in the NFL though. Like that's that's a lot of muscle there too. There's no muscle here.
Allegedly,
this is all
allegedly. You got that dad strength.
And the old man strength is that's the only thing I care about now. It's like over the next 20 years, I need to build up old man strength because then I'll be stronger than I was when I was not an old man. That's my goal.
I know that the key to old man strength is farmer's carries.
Oh, those
just do farmer's carries, man. You don't have to do cardio.
That's the things where you have like the heavy weight and you just walk around with it.
Just walk around
like
with
you're carrying milk jugs or something. Yeah.
That is the key to old man strength.
Yeah, that's right. The forearms.
Yeah, forearms, traps.
Yeah.
Upper back and core.
Okay. See, there we go. I'm going to do farmer's carries with bags of bagels.
There you go.
Dozens of pounds of bagels.
There you go.
Carry them around. So I saw this Lamar Jackson, and I'll give credit where it's due. Dominic Foxworth has a podcast, and he was talking about this. He's been kind of on this track about how Lamar Jackson's in a great situation next year. So this year, he currently has a $34.3 million cap hit. It says here they restructured his deal. His base salary is $1.3 million, but he got a lot of the money that's due him in signing and restructure and bonuses. Anyway, his cap hit is $34 million this year. Next year, though, the last year of his deal, most quarterbacks, most players would like to not sit on the last year of their deal. They'd like to get a new deal, right? But NFL teams, what do they typically do? they say, well, we'll just franchise tag you for that last year, or what, or we'll threaten you with a franchise tag for the next year if you don't want to re-sign or whatever. We don't want to work this deal out. Here's the problem with that. Next year, his contract, they have an out. They have a way to avoid this, essentially. But if he stays on the roster on his current deal, his cap hit next year is $84 million.
Ravens don't want that.
There's no chance the Ravens, I don't care how good he is, they're not taking an $84 million cap hit for any player. Even though the salary cap is probably, it's $300 million now, it'd probably be like up at $320. That's
20%,
25% of your roster in one guy, even though he's arguably your best player. Like that's not going to happen. So they're going to want to redo a deal. He obviously will want a long-term deal. Their argument will not be, oh, well, we could just franchise tag you, because he has a no franchise tag clause there. So either he's getting traded or he's getting a new deal.
What do you think?
I mean, he'll be 30 next year. Isn't that shocking that he's only going to be 30?
Yeah.
He was really young when he broke into the league.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is, like, he's got still so many potential years of really good quarterback play ahead of him if he can stay healthy and all that stuff. Like, so he's going to want a new deal. They're not going to want to pay him an $84 million cap hit, regardless of how much money he's actually getting. $84 million on the cap is a non-starter. So he can probably call his shot next year, assuming this year he's healthy and good.
I'm curious. The Ravens were posturing so hard when he was negotiating this deal, so I wonder if they're going to want to keep moving with it. Because it's one of those situations where it's Lamar Jackson, a top 5 quarterback in the league. Do you say, hey, we're going to take our chances and go find somebody in the draft? I think that would be crazy. But you also have the argument that Lamar, okay, he's 30 years old now, which is pretty young for a quarterback, but is his body going to be able to hold up the way he plays football? I think he's gotten better at not putting himself on the line over the years.
Yeah.
But the Ravens it's all posturing, it's all negotiation, but I was surprised they gave him such a hard time with his last salary negotiation.
Yeah, I was too, because I don't know. It feels like they were very happy. They kind of almost took like a victory lap. Look how little we ended up paying our franchise QB. And wasn't that deal after the Deshaun deal? If I'm not mistaken, I feel like because Deshaun got his $230 million guaranteed, and everybody said, well, then clearly Lamar Jackson's going to get, and then no. And then people pointed out to was that was part of, I think wasn't that part of the collusion case? I want to say because remember the NFL got sued basically saying Deshaun's number was here, Lamar Jackson better player, his number was lower, like 180 million or whatever it was. And then the way that lawsuit was kind of not thrown out, but essentially the judge said, well, we can't prove collusion, was because Dak Prescott got more money because Jerry Jones ate one to the ribs, basically like a baseball player, just said, all right, I'll sign him to 250 or whatever Dak's deal was, and said, see, look there, someone got a bigger deal than Deshaun Watson, so it's not collusion.
No, I don't remember what Dak's deal was, because I don't think he got 250 guaranteed. I think it was just they said the Deshaun deal was just such crazy circumstances that nobody should be held to that standard.
Yeah, maybe
Dak did get an insane deal for what he
got a 4-year, $240 million contract extension, but you're right. I don't know how much of it was guaranteed. $231.
Holy crap.
$1 million more than Deshaun Watson. Dude, I'm telling you, Jerry Jones basically said, oh, hell, I don't want us all to go down. I'll take one for the team. Not that Dak Prescott's not worth that money potentially, but come on.
Dak Prescott is not worth $230 million.
Compared to Lamar Jackson's deal, no chance. But I remember they cited something with the Cowboys as one of the reasons where they said, we can't prove collusion here because someone else got an insanely stupid deal too, essentially was their argument.
Hey, shout out to Dak, man.
Hey, what a time. Money. God, every year. We're in this cycle now too. I don't know if you guys have seen that where it's every time I flip on NFL Network, this could be the Cowboys' year. You know what? This could be their year. And it's like,
it's not going to be.
How many years have I heard that? How many years in a row are they saying
they're winning
that?
the East this year? Write it down.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
No.
He's he actually you used to be a Giants fan.
Yeah,
you're just kind of like
a degenerate gambler now.
He's Rob
no
Lowe.
loyalties.
You're the Rob Lowe with the hat on at the game, just the NFL hat. And you know what? I'm kind of there too as a Browns fan. I think I'd rather just be an NFL fan this year.
That's how I live, and it's a lot of fun.
It's probably
just root for the team that has the most Buckeyes.
Hey, there you go.
Can't go wrong.
That's what's wrong with that. All right. So coming up next, could an incredibly horny NFL owner benefit from selling his team? Well, sounds like it. We'll tell you if that's going to happen next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, and I guess it's a morning for disabled vehicles. We are noticing two right now. The first one downtown 670, that westbound ramp to 23 in that southbound direction. That left lane is closed. We do have some traffic barrels and first responders out there on the scene right now. Be careful when you're passing by. Also, a heads up if you're living around Groveport, we are seeing a disabled vehicle as well, affecting that South Hamilton Road southbound direction at Professional Parkway, which is right before 33. That left lane is restricted for drivers. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut. Summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay $0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia.
Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 8/31/26.
At 614's 2026 Columbus Awards, High Bank took home honors for best cocktails, gastropub, happy hour, and overall bar and more. Whether it's date night, brunch, happy hour, dinner with the family, High Bank has something for everyone. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
It's on night! After the game's playoffs are over Friday night. Keep it locked on the fan for high school football overtime. Ryan Baker and Lee Cochran keep you up to date with all the latest news and scores. Your home for Friday Night Lights. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
You may run into some patchy valley fog first thing this morning. Otherwise, many of us just have a mostly clear sky. That sunshine continues this afternoon. There's a teeny tiny chance of a pop-up shower with highs in the lower 80s. For Saturday, mostly sunny skies, lower 80s once again. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
Have you already started your tailgate? Us too. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We were talking earlier about how Grand Theft Auto, like the new GTA 6 is apparently coming out in November, but there's a trailer for it on Netflix now, like a 30-minute trailer for it. So I saw that. You know what else is on Netflix? And I got sucked into this yesterday because I saw people were like talking about it. The Untold documentary series did an episode on Vince Young.
Interesting.
And it's Vince Young. They call it My Testimony, Vince Young. Like, it's pretty interesting watch if you are someone who is of the age that you remember Vince Young in his prime in college. They kind of cover like his whole career, but they spend a lot of time on the national championship, essentially the national championship game, Rose Bowl, Texas USC, 2006, 2005 season.
Arguably the greatest college football game of all time.
I mean, the names on the field in that game are just phenomenal. And they get a lot of the important people to sit down and talk about the game for interviews. But that part of it was I enjoyed that from the nostalgia college football. It got me fired up to watch college football kind of thing. Second half of the documentary is all about how when he got to Tennessee, he got drafted by the Titans, how Jeff Fisher basically hated his guts. And Jeff Fisher is in this thing basically being like, yeah, still kind of do. And it's such a bad look for Jeff Fisher. I was shocked that he wasn't more of a, yeah, well, back then it was probably bad, but now I've learned and maybe I could have done better. None of that. Here's a little bit from the documentary if you haven't seen it. Michael Bennett, by the way, joining us today. You remember that era very well, I would guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that would probably was that like,
that's probably
like junior high?
Yeah.
Early
high school.
That's the time where I feel like that's when you start forming some opinions about sports or life or whatever. You start like remembering what you're watching, at least for most of us. Some people can remember stuff when they're like 4, but I definitely remember this era very well. But this is, so Vince Young wrote a letter to Jeff Fisher because obviously if you don't remember his NFL career, it did not go well. Okay. So this is Vince Young talking about why he wrote Jeff Fisher a letter later on in life after that had all passed away, all that was done. And then I'll play Vince Young and then you'll hear Jeff Fisher's response to this.
And at the end of the day, we both got fired.
It's a situation that we got into. We had 2 difficult years. It just felt like this is what's best for everybody.
At some point, you did decide to write him a letter. What did you want to say to him?
I didn't want to leave anything open, no wounds open. So I was like, I hope you can forgive me for how I handle a lot of things with the Titans. So that's why I sent them that letter.
Okay. Very nice gesture by Vince Young. How did Jeff Fisher respond to that? Well, here you go.
Yeah, he sent me a letter. Yeah. Why did you write it back? He spelled my name wrong, so I didn't know that it had come from him. I guess in retrospect, it would have been nice to give him shit about spelling my name wrong,
Okay. Apparently, Jeff Fisher not bleeped, apparently.
Whoops.
We dumped that.
My bad. Sure did.
Did I play the wrong one? Because there's multiple ones in here. Maybe I didn't.
I don't know.
Okay. So anyway, Jeff Fisher not a fan of Vince Young, and apparently not a fan of. So he writes a letter to apologize, and Jeff Fisher's basically like, "Yeah, I don't care. You spelled my name wrong. Screw you."
Sounds like he had
never
it out
responded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad, man. So I would just say go watch that documentary if you haven't seen it. There's a lot of nostalgia in it, a lot of good stuff in it from that standpoint. But man, Jeff Fisher comes off looking terrible in that documentary. So make sure you check it out if you are into that type of thing. It's that time of year, college football. I think a lot of people would be would enjoy that documentary.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. Also, I gave you guys bad advice last segment.
Yeah.
I said, pick the NFL team that has the most Buckeyes.
Which NFL team currently has the most Buckeyes?
Turns out that's the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, that's
so.
Well, I'm
Cleveland
sure
Browns
the Cardinals
and
aren't.
the Cardinals.
Yeah, far behind.
Well, seven players on each team. So maybe the Cardinals, because I don't want to lead you astray.
As our guy Jude Bellingham once said.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, just forget that.
Wouldn't it be something
like, about that?
Conor McGregor.
No, I know. Jude Bellingham has the weird, like, he has the weirdest voice, in my opinion.
Well, whatever.
Kind of talks like, hello, how's it going? Yes, governor, let's go. Let's play some footy. Let's go.
British.
Yeah, he's one of the best soccer players in the world, and he is a very goofy-sounding British guy. All right, so according to Sports Illustrated's Tom Jensen, the NFL will likely suspend and fine Jed York after he was arrested in this prostitution ring. Now, I find that interesting because that's just one reporter's opinion of this. But we had Robert Kraft also involved in a sting operation. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
He went to Parlor for the what is the term in Spanish, Dylan? Is it Trabajos de Manos, something like that?
I don't know if it translates exactly the same, but
yeah,
yes.
like looking for a handy person, let's say. Anyway, so he had that happen. The police had eyes on this place because they apparently were exploiting people and whatever. So he, to my knowledge, was not suspended. Was Robert Kraft? Did he go through
I thought he went through. He might not have got suspended. But he definitely went through the gauntlet a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he got ripped to shreds for it publicly. Maybe he did get suspended and I forgot about it. But the precedent will be something that'll be interesting to see. Jed York got arrested, went to jail, pled no contest, and by the way, was out in like 24 hours. Like not out on bail with trial date to be set later. Basically arrested, convicted, pled no contest, not convicted, pled no contest, and then paid his fine and time served and was out in a day. You're familiar with the legal process. Does that usually happen where guys get arrested and then the whole thing is done in a day?
I don't know about a day. I'm not familiar with that legal process. Now, if there's a contract involved, maybe. But I stay away from litigation.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ridiculous. Maybe the judge just moves stuff up for him. But if you're not trying to, like, set a trial date or something, he said he pleaded no contest.
Yeah,
like,
so
it's probably like, just give me the fine. Let me, whatever the penalties are, I'll do them. And it's not like it wasn't a big charge, so they weren't going to give him 6 months or anything like that.
Well, here's the interesting part I saw in this SI article. They said that, so Jed York, regardless of what happens with the NFL, he's going to probably take a self-imposed suspension. Like, he's embarrassed. The family's embarrassed. The DeBartolo family, who still owns the team, even though he's like the principal of it now, the whole family owns the team, but he's the governor or the guy that goes to the NFL meetings. Well, they had NFL meetings this week. Clearly, he wasn't there. He did not show up to those. A guy who was their CEO and president, Al Guido, stepped in, and he was the one who kind of guided this situation. They're anticipating that he will kind of be taking over for Jed York in the interim. But the bigger question becomes, will the Niners family who owns it say, we built this thing for Jed York? They essentially had him in like management for the last 10 years. Well, a couple years ago is when he took over as the like alternate or the governor of the team and all that stuff. Now the spotlight a little too big for him. The thought is that maybe the DeBartolo family says none of the other kids want to run this thing. They run like vineyards and they have all their other interests. He's the only one that wants to run the team. If he can't run it, maybe we sell it.
Maybe I'm out of touch, but this feels like such a non-issue. Like, it really feels like this dude didn't get, I would say a DUI would be worse. Like,
as far as danger to the public,
as far as danger to the public, as far as even like, what do they call it in law? Moral turpitude. Like, I think the guy, it's not a good look. There are plenty of arguments you can make against prostitution, but like, of all the things, he got caught up in a sting. Take it on the chin and keep rolling. It seems crazy to get a suspension for it. It seems crazy to get your family team pulled out from under you for it. Like, I think it's almost weird that he's feeling a whole bunch of embarrassment. He should have just, you got me. Like, all right, let's keep rolling.
I do think the embarrassment, I said this yesterday, I think more people have a problem with how much he paid than what he was actually paying for.
Yeah, you're a billionaire, like shopping around in East Palestine.
$140? Like, what are we talking about?
Man.
It feels like the stupidity angle of it the getting caught part of it being, that's the part. Now, in the NFL, I do wonder if the standard for a player would be the same as it is for this owner. That's the only thing I always care about is like, if you would run a player out of the league over something like this or do something like that, if there would be some trouble for a player, then the owner should have the same type of trouble.
That's what I'm saying. We just spent 30 minutes talking about Deshaun Watson. So,
fair enough.
Who's collecting 80 mil or 60 mil this year. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's not, I'm not out here advocating for it, but it's like, all right, man, the guy messed up. He got caught. He served his time, paid his fine. Like, it just seems crazy that they would need to do this much damage control for something that's done it in the past. Now, if this is like his fourth time, all right, get this man some help.
Well, and it depends on how much the family views this as shameful. But do you know how much the DeBartolo family paid for this team? Obviously, eons ago.
I'll guess $600 million.
Oh, no. They paid $13 million for the team when they bought it. I believe they bought it back in either the 80s or the 70s. They bought it a long time ago. However, the estimated value of the team now would be $13 billion. So if they sell,
boomers, man, must be nice.
Why don't you go buy a house? I bought mine for a song and $2,000. Just kidding. It's like,
go buy an NFL team.
Yeah, go buy an NFL team. Sure.
$13 billion. May as well just sell then, right?
How about the idea of Shedeur Sanders getting a raw deal? Do we agree with this? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
No crashes out there, and traffic is actually looking pretty light on this Friday, but we do have a couple of trouble areas. That includes New Albany. No surprise there, 161 at 62. Just a little bit more cars out there we're noticing with our traffic cams this morning. Also, a heads up, if you're getting out of Delaware County right now, a little bit slower on 23 South. That's going to take you about 20 minutes to 270. Take 71, though, if you can south. That's looking at 9 minutes. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My sinks gurgled, they barely drained. The toilet overflowed. I plunge all day with no luck. What's wrong with this commode?
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee. It's 93 or free. Guaranteed. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
There are many reasons to hire Morgan & Morgan for your injury case. Here's reason 17. In today's new world, many law firms have had money injected into their firms by Wall Street, private equity, and other lenders. This money usually comes in at very, very high interest rates. It's one of the reasons you see so many lawyers advertising. I'm John Morgan. This money is expensive and the interest compounds quickly. These law firms can have a huge need for cash just to pay that debt. Why does it matter to you? My fear is your case is settled early and for far less than it's worth, just to service the loan that has mafia-like rates. Our financial strength is your advantage. That plus our reputation makes our firm your firm. Visit forthepeople.com to see our results and verdicts. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
Michael Bennett filling in for Tyvis today. Tyvis is taking some PTO. Before Tyvis, I guess, after this weekend, he goes like nonstop for the next, 3-4 months. Because he goes 5 days a week here, does some hits up in Cleveland throughout the week on their shows up in Cleveland, sports radio, stuff like that. Then Fridays after the show, he'll fly to wherever the where the Buckeyes are, wherever the Big Ten Network is sending him for Big Ten Tailgate. He will do that show Saturday mornings, then fly back here, get a little bit of rest, and then Sunday mornings drive up to Cleveland and go do his Cleveland Browns pre- and post-game duties.
Guy's a workaholic.
Yeah, he likes to work. He likes the checks, too, I believe.
It doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah. I like the checks, but not that much.
Got to have a line somewhere.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, at some point, you got all the irons in the fire. Also, the Browns aren't calling me to I'm not getting offered to be pre and post.
You said you turned them down.
No. They know better because they know how I feel about pretty much their entire garbage organization constantly.
Might resonate with the fans.
Yeah. You know what though? There's that too. And there is a lot of Browns fans out there who probably would enjoy hearing some of that, I guess. But yeah, I saw this article from Matt Zenitz from CBS Sports. The headline on the article was Shador's Clouded Future. And here's what he brings up. He said he talked to various NFL personnel people around the league about, hey, Shador Sanders isn't starting in Cleveland. What would happen if he was up for a trade or if you could get him this offseason or something to that effect? This is one NFL front office staffer told CBS Sports, quote, Shador not even being able to beat out Deshaun, who hasn't played in an NFL regular season game since his first Achilles injury in 2024, is probably telling. So that is one front office employee's thoughts, is that if you can't beat out Deshaun Watson, maybe you're not that good. This goes on. Another front office person apparently said, do we really want to deal with the drama created by a lot of Shador's fans, especially with someone who's not your starting quarterback? I find this all fascinating, I guess, because we heard some stuff the last couple days, rumblings, maybe they're not true, but some of the reporting around this situation was that the reason the Browns went with Deshaun Watson was because he gets the team organized better, getting up to the line of scrimmage.
He's a veteran.
More professional in that way. But that another line that came out of that was that sometimes Todd Monken was saying, hey, I want you to take a risk here and throw it into coverage or try to make a play. And apparently Deshaun was willing to do that in practice and take the interception or whatever came of it. And Shador was more of a check down Charlie type of guy, not trying to get, the deepest pass or whatever risky play. And I just feel like at some point, I'm not sure what NFL executives wanted from Shador Sanders, rather, because came into the league, it was, oh, man, he's got too much hype around him. Let's take him 5th round. Then he comes into camp. Last year was a cluster. That didn't really, I think, serve anybody well. This year he comes in with a quarterback competition where his coach is saying, yeah, I want you to make the risky play. Even though all last year what was said about him was he needs to stop making so many risky plays. He needs to stop taking so many chances and risks. He needs to play more within a system. Now he's being told, you should not play within the system. I need you to be daring and bravado and take risks. And so now that he's not, it feels like every time the guy gets an idea of what he's supposed to do up there, they're like, no, actually, we want you to do the other thing. And the fact you're not doing the other thing is why we can't play you.
So I don't like what the front office folks were saying, because I don't think you can judge Shador off of them choosing to start Deshaun. Like we talked about earlier, there's so many other things that go into starting Deshaun that have nothing to do with Shador's play. Now, if Shador is being told by the coach in practice, take a chance downfield, and he's choosing a check down, that's not good.
Right.
This is the time where we find out where you have opportunities to get reps throwing it downfield, and there's no harm in it. Okay, you get picked off. We can go into the film room, coach you up on that. You can try it again tomorrow. Nobody cares. If it's your ego stopping you from throwing an interception in practice, that's a problem. That's stunting your development. That's different than going into the game and saying, like, hey, let's stick to the system, hit the check down if you need it, and then Shador tries to air out a 50-yard risky play.
Right.
I think that's a whole different scenario, but the whole conversation around Shador to me has been very odd. Like, I get that there was a lot of fanfare. His ego seemed crazy going into the draft. And the NFL, they don't like that kind of stuff. They want you to be humble and soft-spoken, or if you're not, you better be a dog. And I don't think Shador was at the level where he could walk around with the ego that he had. That being said, I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I don't think he's like I said earlier, I don't think he's a top 15 quarterback. Honestly, I don't know if he's a top 20 quarterback, whatever. But I think he has potential. I think that he has a lot of the traits that could make him successful. But if you're getting into an ego battle with the head coach, you are going to lose.
Yeah. And I feel like so many people judged him before. And again, you got to do what you can. As I was reading all this too, I was thinking, like, how many other position battles are there where it's like stuff like this goes on? We just don't know it because we don't know as much about offensive line play. Like the average NFL fan does not know what makes a good guard versus not a good guard. So there might be also coaches coming like, oh, that guy didn't have it. And we're like, sure he didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, we feel like we
Vince
know.
Young thing you were just talking about.
Right. We feel like we know quarterbacks so well. We feel like we can have big opinions on Vince Young or on Shedeur Sanders or like whoever's not getting the job done. When we really, I think most people who watch the NFL don't really know what it takes to play quarterback in the NFL to the level that a coach would or a player would. And same thing with other position battles. But on this Shedeur thing specifically, I feel like there are two things that work against him that are not his fault necessarily. Yes, he has a lot of people around him, the YouTube stuff. He's got his social media. There are a lot of guys who would probably have just as big of an ego and just as big of a personality presence online, but their dad's not a famous millionaire football player. So they didn't have the resources to come into the league with all of that around them. Didn't start with him when he was playing just in the NFL. That's been around him since probably when he was in high school. And that's because his dad is a rich guy. You know what I mean? However he earned his money, he earned it in the NFL and now with coaching. But like most guys just don't grow up with that. Don't have the resources to have this big entourage coming and joining them. Is that totally his fault? No, I think a lot of guys would make the same choices if they were in the same situation. But then there's the other part of it, which is, and again, I don't think people look at him like this. They look at him as like Deion Sanders' kid.
Yeah.
But remember when Josh Rosen came to the league to take a totally different guy who was not very good when he got to the league? People said a knock on him was he doesn't need this job. He doesn't need the money. His family's set. He's good. So he can take this or leave this. It's not the same as someone who's like, I have to do this, otherwise I have no other options in life. I have to make it. The NFL wants guys who are so hungry they will literally do anything to get to the top. That is viewed as a good personality trait in the NFL. It is a bad personality trait if you're like, well, this is one of many interests I have.
Yeah, 100%.
And so that's where I feel like we don't talk enough about how Shedeur probably gets viewed in that lens of like, well, if this doesn't work out for him, he's still Deion Sanders' son, and he's still a personality who has other options. He doesn't have to do football. I think that works against him too, and that's not his fault.
No, it definitely seems like NFL owners don't like his personality. They don't like the confidence that he walks around with. I think they don't like the confidence that he walks around with. I don't think they feel like he's earned it. And so since the draft, it feels like they've been trying to punish this kid for, he's not a kid, but punish this guy for how confident he is. And once again, I'm one of those people who I also agree that you need to earn your swag a little bit. And I don't think he's gotten to that point, but who am I to tell him to be less confident? Like, you just have to back it up or you're going to keep getting hit with this stuff. But it's kind of the same with, not the same, but like Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
That dude had an ego on him. And is he out of the league now?
Yeah.
He's out of the
didn't
league.
stick with a team. Yeah.
Like you have to be a little humble unless you are genuinely that guy.
Well, and what's hilarious to me is that some of the NFL owners around the league feel that way. Like, oh, well, Shedeur hasn't earned this. Now, if you'll excuse me, let me go run the team that my dad gifted to me when he died. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many of these, like, you just got lucky. We just talked about Jed York. His grandparents or great-grandparents bought the damn team in the 70s.
$13 million.
He literally had a job for 1 year that wasn't working for the 49ers. And that was right out of college. He went and worked 1 year for, like, Guggenheim Partners in New York and then came right back to working for the team. Like
he's self-made, T-Bone.
Self-made. Right. There's so many.
He's self-made.
Cal McNair owns the Texans, son of Bob McNair, who bought the Texans. Like, it's just, you go on down the list. There's, the woman now who runs the Colts, Jim Irsay's daughter. Like, I'm not saying these people are bad necessarily. I'm saying they didn't earn it either.
It's hypocritical.
But they get onto a guy like Shedeur because it's like, oh, you're just living off your dad's type. So are you.
Yeah.
A lot of you are. Around the league, I would be curious to see who the people were who made these comments and if any of them were grandsons of people who actually bought teams 50 years ago and now are still living off that their whole life.
No, it seems like they have just some personal issue with Shedeur.
Yeah, a little bit. There's that for sure. All right, it's game show time. We'll do that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic now starting to pick up on this early Friday morning. That includes if you're heading downtown, 70 in that westbound direction. A lot of people using that ramp to head northbound on 71 out there over by Parsons Avenue. Speaking of downtown, in the area, we are still seeing a disabled vehicle, so a heads up. It's on 670, that westbound ramp. As you're heading southbound on 23, that left lane is closed up ahead. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Heyo, it's Tyvis Powell. The NFL season is upon us, but it's never too early to think about who will have the worst record in the NFL and who will have that number one pick. If you believe it's the Cardinals, right now on Kalshi, they're trading at 26%, which means $100 will win you $365.67. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability change, you can buy in and out of your position. Trade the draft, pick the game, and more on Kalshi. Download the Kalshi app and use code POWELL, P-O-W-E-L-L, to get $20 when you trade $20. K-A-L-S-H-I, Kalshi. Trade on anything. Must be 18 or older. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
CEC Turf and Tractor is growing. We're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations. Same hometown service you trust, now with the strength of one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia. Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details and 831.26.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost loan. With mortgage rates near their highest levels in almost 25 years, paying upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 at closing makes little sense, and Miller Lending wants to help. Now in our 40th year, our popular no closing cost program lets you simply close on today's rates, free of all mortgage-related costs, and refinance as rates fall. So why not pick up the phone for your no-cost quote today? 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
On this episode of Science Stuff, we're examining the fastest things on the planet, like the cheetah. It can reach a land speed of over... probably having an off day happens to everybody, but here is the American race car. People love the thrill of the... Okay. Next up is the Falcon. No. All right. Oh, great Caesar's ghost. What was that? Why, I think we've found the fastest... Let's watch in slow motion.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex...
It's Apex Pros. The pros who knows. They're the fastest thing on the planet. When you have a problem with your plumbing, furnace, air conditioner, or electrical system, Apex Pros gets to you faster than apparently everything. Leaves are blown from trees. Paint is stripped from buildings. Mothers clutch their children's hands. Because when you have something broken in your plumbing, HVAC, or electrical, you don't want to wait.
Columbus loves Apex Pros. ApexPros.com.
It's high school football on the Fan. Join Tyler Danberg and Coach Larry Wolf for the Capital Ford of Columbus High School Football Game of the Week.
This week, Bishop Watterson and Pickerington Central.
Live coverage starts Friday at 6:30. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Sometimes when Tyvis wears khaki pants, I can see the outline of his genitals. There's no joke there. It's just an observation.
God, the more I resist, the more intriguing they become. I can't look away.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
If you have missed any part of the show today, don't worry. We've got it for you. It's all on our podcast, wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. It'll be there for you, free of charge on any podcast app. When you go, if you like it, subscribe to it, follow it. That means you'll get every episode right there to your device. You could even leave a comment or a a review that helps people find the show. It's all brought to you by our friends at Capital Ford of Columbus. Michael Bennett is filling in for Tyvis today. Any big plans this weekend? I know you're, big shot lawyer now. So does that mean what do you do on the weekends? You go just live it up at the clubs, go out and steak dinners every night? That's what hotshot lawyers do,
that's
right?
What hotshot
He
lawyers
checks
do,
out the jiggle physics at local establishments.
Trying to identify which video game I need to buy for my Oculus.
Boy, I almost did. Do you use the Oculus? I'm just saying,
I bought one like a year ago. It's still in the
VR
package. Yeah, it's still in the package. I never took it out. Have you used it before?
I know, but
I've seen disorienting.
Is it really?
Oh my God, it's really cool. You really feel immersed. But it is trippy. It's really disorienting.
Probably the worst thing that could have happened for the Oculus folks was when the video started circulating of people wearing those like VR headsets and playing a video game and then like destroying their living room because they forget where they are.
Genuinely.
No spatial awareness.
Yeah, because you're immersed in the game, which is what you want, but it's like you almost need like a padded room to play that thing in. With nothing on the walls, no TVs, nothing else can be in there.
I'm also a paranoid guy, and so it weirds me out to just not know what's going on around me.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting in my house. I can't hear anything, see anything. I'm like, all right, let's hope everything's all buttoned up.
Yeah, I think I would get that way too. And I with having like all my kids around all the time, there's no like if I ever put those things on and tried to play a game, one, a child would probably just walk in front of me and I would accidentally like run into them. That would be bad. But I also know they would all whip out their cell phones and I would be on whatever show. Like I would go viral or make it onto is America's Funniest Home Videos? Is that still happening?
Oh man, that was my life growing up. Was watching those.
I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm just saying like maybe that is where I would end up. Maybe that'd make us some money for the family, I guess. But beyond that,
there you go. Become an influencer.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. I do enough influence. I'm done with influence. This is the most influence you're going to get. Is whatever I'm doing here. That's all we're going to do. That's it. All right, it's game show time today. Dylan, what is the game today?
All right, we're going to name that Buckeye, but in honor of Ohio high school football being in full swing, these are all Buckeyes that played their high school football in the Buckeye State.
All right.
Michael, did you get my text?
I did.
Okay.
We're ready to roll.
Probably from a number you don't have saved.
Now it'll be saved now.
There you go. Perfect. All right, so I've got 5 names. Michael, I'm going to try to get you to say these guys as quickly as I can.
Okay.
Then you'll do the opposite for me. And whoever of us... So basically, the quicker you answer, the better it is for me and vice versa. I think is how that works.
I'll do my best.
All right.
And there will be a 30-second timer.
Okay. Ready? Yes. Set, go. This guy played at your old high school, is on Pat McAfee show every week. We're number 47.
AJ.
There you go. AJ Hawk.
AJ Hawk.
This guy is Wayne High School, legend, quarterback. There, bang.
Braxton Miller.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't tell me. Hurt my feelings. Plays for the Browns now. Corner. Came in right after.
Ward?
Yeah, there you go. This guy usually sits in the seat that you're sitting in today.
Tyvis Powell.
There you go. And this guy is sitting in the seat that you're sitting in today.
Michael Bennett. That one almost tripped me up.
Why did you just say you?
I just was trying to. I thought it was poetic. This is the guy who usually is there. This is the guy who is there. I don't know.
That was good.
All right, fine. Okay. Let's do another 30 seconds on the clock with the game show stuff. And then, all right, go ahead.
2-time Heisman winner.
Archie Griffin.
All right. Best O-lineman in Ohio State history.
Orlando Pace.
All right. Arguably best receiver back in the 90s?
Joey Galloway?
No.
No, wait.
That's
Terry
a good
Glenn?
guess. No.
Oh,
I didn't help you out. Double
Chris
C's.
Carter?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah. I should have thought of who was actually from here.
Here we go. We got the foot drag.
Oh, Troy Smith.
Yep.
Yep.
And then Glenville receiver.
Ted Ginn Jr.
There we go.
Ted Ginn.
Look at
Ted
you.
Ginn. Ted Ginn did everything.
Those might have been too easy.
Hey, it's good, though.
Those were solid. We're
Dylan,
Buckeye fanatics around here.
You underestimate how stupid I am. So I need these game shows to be easy.
The Chris Carter one was tough because when I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, I've heard that he's Ohio State's best receiver. And then as soon as I was about to say it, I was like, oh, we've had quite a few.
Well, yeah. And that's the other part of that, because now I have to remember, I'm trying to think where some of those guys I mentioned went for their high school careers. So
Joe Galloway was a good guess.
Yeah, but did he play? Where did he? It says he's from Bel Air. So, yes, Ohio guy. It's Terry Glenn, though.
Chris Carter was 80s.
Yeah. I was going to say that, but then I didn't want to help you out.
Appreciate it.
Well, what's now, again, he was slightly before my time as far as when I was a kid, I was alive when he was playing, but Like him and Spiels, that era was right before when I would have really remembered it.
Yep.
I don't remember. I'm sure I watched the games. I just didn't remember as much. The games I remember watching, like first and foremost, were in the early to mid 90s. But Chris Carter, I think, would he play here 1 year or two?
84 to 86.
Okay, but I think he got suspended 1 year. He had some issues, right? And he even talked about how like some of like the stuff that happened in college where he got kind of punished and wasn't doing everything he was supposed to, that helped him along his journey to eventually becoming, a Pro Football Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he obviously was good here, but legacy could have even been better had he, kept everything on the straight. If he had learned those lessons before he got to Ohio State. I guess
and maybe that's why, in my mind, he's considered an Ohio State great. Like, I don't even know if it's from what he did at Ohio State. It's probably because he's a Hall of Famer in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's more rare.
Yeah. By the way, Terry Glenn, I thought both Joey Galloway and Terry Glenn were from Ohio. Terry Glenn went to Brookhaven. So, yeah. Not only Ohio, Columbus guy.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, Brookhaven. Yeah. So that's.
I still don't know my Columbus suburbs.
It's all right. It's all good.
How long have you lived here?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
It took me a
I'm
long
not
time.
touring the suburbs. I don't have kids here.
See, that was the thing. When I worked in Dayton for like a year, I didn't really live in Dayton. I just drove in, drove back out, came back home. And it took me a while to realize that the place I worked in was not called the Oregon District. Because I worked where our offices were the Oregon District, which is how you say it when you're in Dayton. But
got to be a Daytonian.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, we come back. What are we doing next? I need to, you know what? It helps if you actually look ahead. There's some weird stuff going on with one of the college football teams in action this weekend because we have college football this weekend. So we'll talk a little bit about that and what one of the teams has that's going on that's weird. It's all next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Besides the typical traffic trouble spots we're used to seeing on the east side, including 33 westbound over by Gender Road and over by Reynoldsburg, 70 westbound at Bryce Road. Everything else is not looking too bad on this Friday. No crashes to reports. Looking nearly perfect. Your drive times outside of Plain City. About a 4-minute commute on 33 between 42 to 161. And for our friends in Madison County, happy Friday. Things are looking great 40 east and 70 east as you're approaching that 270 interchange. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hate the taste of your water? You aren't alone. Thousands of Columbus homeowners have turned to Culligan Water of Columbus for better drinking water. Culligan's reverse osmosis drinking water systems are certified to reduce 18 times more contaminants than the leading standard pitcher filter. Get the peace of mind that comes with knowing your family's drinking water is protected. With 4 locations across Central Ohio, Culligan is Columbus's water treatment expert. Start with a free water test at CulliganWaterColumbus.com. Culligan, water you love. Contaminants may not be in your water.
As summer starts winding down, it always seems to happen the same way. The backpacks are packed, the school forms are signed, and suddenly the calendar fills up faster than you ever expected. Between the last-minute appointments, school shopping, and getting everyone back into a routine, it's easy for those projects around the house to keep getting pushed to next weekend. Here's the good news. Your roof doesn't have to be one of them. At Newman Roofing, our team of value-driven professionals makes the process simple. You'll get honest answers, clear communication, and recommendations built around your home's needs. No sales pitches. Whether it's a new roof, siding, or gutters, we'll help you check it off your to-do list with the kind of white glove service that's earned the trust of families across Central Ohio for more than 30 years. So instead of worrying about your home, you can spend what's left of this summer making memories with the people who matter most. Newman Roofing, built around family. Ours protecting yours. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. We know that when you breathe well, you live better. Just ask our patient Andy.
As long as I can remember, I've had issues breathing through my nose. Since starting this journey and having this procedure done, day-to-day life has just gotten better. I'm able to do all the things that I want to do without having to think about breathing. I breathe through my nose. I sleep through the night. I don't wake up with headaches.
Advent can deliver long-term results in about 20 minutes with simple in-office procedures. We diagnose and treat the root cause of nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, and allergies. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement, and most major insurance plans are accepted.
Best advice I can give anybody that has sinus, sleep issues, just get it checked out. Go in and have someone take a look at it. It's 100% worth it.
Hey Central Ohio, Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and we buy houses for cash. If you've got a house you need to sell, this is your season. Inherited, behind on payments, just over it? Whatever brought you here, we can help. We buy as is, we cover all closing costs, and there are 0 commissions, period. Just a fair cash offer and you choose your closing date. People are making moves right now, and we make it simple to be one of them. One call is all it takes. We'll get you a fair cash offer, fast, no pressure, no obligation. Hundreds of your neighbors have already sold the easy way, and we've got 5-star reviews and BBB A+ rating to back it up. Leave the stress and mess to us. We're based right here in Columbus, and we're ready when you are. Call us at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, family owned. Call 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355.
Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Right now, lease a new 26 Tucson SE for $149 per month for 36 months. Just $149 a month. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. Plus, get 10 years or 100,000 miles of powertrain coverage with your new Hyundai. Just off 270 or at GLakesHyundaiofDublin.com.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Austin Ward here, fired up for warm weather, golf season, longer days, more time outside. Ride the momentum and finally drop the weight you keep saying you will. With Awaken 180, it's fast, easy, and we're all proof that it works. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns beat the New England Patriots 37-13 in the team's third and final preseason game. Dylan, Gabriel played the entire first half and went 12 of 15 with 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gabriel said after the game he wanted to maximize the opportunity.
Yeah, I just treat every opportunity like its own. Like, I'm not going to put pressure on it. Like, this is my one opportunity. Like, I'm just unaffected by whatever it may be. I'm just focused on, of course, maxing the opportunity, but not making it more than what it is. You know, I'm not naive of what, you know, this all comes with, but I want to play well and put good shit on tape. So
both the Reds and Guardians will be back on the diamond tonight. The Reds will be in Chicago this afternoon, while the Guards will host the Kansas City Royals tonight. This update was sponsored by United Dairy Farmers. Try UDF's new Ice Cream Quake summer flavors, but only for a limited time.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Michael Bennett joining us today, filling in for Tyvis Powell. Well, already 2 hours down.
I know,
kind of
we're
rolling through it. Yeah. College football starting up this weekend. It's week 0.
Yeah.
Are you invested in week 0, Michael Bennett?
I don't honestly get that invested in college football until like week 7. Like I like watching
conference play.
I like conference play and even the better conference games later. You know, every now and then there's like a week 3 game that I care about. I'll tune in for Ohio State, Texas, which is week 2?
Yep.
Yeah. So like those kinds of games here and there, but I don't. Now this is going to sound crazy to Buckeye fans. I don't really care that much whether we win or lose that Texas game. Week 2, week 3, you can drop a game and it doesn't matter that much. Like, for bragging rights, I want Ohio State to win every game. But when you have a 12-team playoff, games don't start matter until week 4.
I'm curious what's going to play here. Is that going to be a loser talk or a ding? It's a ding. It's a ding.
There we go.
So it sounds like that's right. It sounds like that's right. Because I'm actually, now that we're in the playoff level where we are, this is the fear that I have.
Yeah.
Is because I won Ohio State, Texas, and it does matter.
It does matter.
You're invested in the outcome of that game, but like to your point, if they lose by even 2 touchdowns, we'll all melt down. We'll all be frustrated. Why did that happen? What went wrong? How did the game go?
Yeah.
But there will be time to regroup.
Yep.
It's just the margin for error with Oregon on the schedule, Indiana on the schedule, USC on the schedule.
How funny is that to say?
Meat
Indiana
chicken.
on the schedule.
I still can't get used to it, but it is what it is.
to get used to it.
We'll see. I mean, they're a team that has to prove themselves every year. It's just crazy to me that they're like one of our hardest games this year.
Who was I listening to? Is it Yogi Roth that Rothman and Ice have on sometimes from CBS Sports Big Ten Network? One of their college football analysts they had on. I was listening to him yesterday, and he was talking about Indiana and basically said, I went back there to watch practice a week ago, and he said the schools that have the guys on the offensive line and the defensive line that I saw at Indiana, it's Ohio State, Oregon, them. That's in the Big Ten. Those are the 3 schools that have the trenches covered with NFL dudes. And that's just, it's crazy. I know that's been the case the last couple of years, especially last year.
Yeah.
But it's still jarring to hear, right?
Yeah.
This is from someone who's just going around college football, looking at all the rosters, seeing. He's just talking about what guys look like when they walk onto the field. He's not necessarily saying how they're going to play, but.
Michael, I don't know if you knew this, but Bone is an Indiana fan. Ohio State is his side team. He loves Indiana. He loves Kurt Cignetti.
Just became a fan last year.
Dylan, you suck. I don't know if you know this about Dylan, Michael, but Dylan thinks that the Cincinnati Bengals should be contracted and sent into to be allowed to play football ever again.
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
Yeah, Dylan.
I just don't think they're going to be the greatest team ever assembled. Like people acting like they are.
And
Cincinnati?
Yeah, he's all down on the Bengals. I think the Bengals. We've been talking about how the Bengals have added all this depth on the defensive line.
I just think they're going to be like a nice 10-win team, not like a 15-win team.
In the same boat as you,
Michael. He literally thinks that adding Dexter Lawrence, one of the best defensive linemen on the planet, is like maybe that'll be good for like half a win. Like that's like he's barely going to impact the game. Apparently.
Yeah, I said defensive tackles don't matter. How do you feel?
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Mike Bennett? Michael Bennett, how do you feel? That feels like a shot across your bow.
A little bit. Yeah. I mean, if their issues were with DBs and you add a defensive tackle, I don't know if you solved your issues. I'm sure enough. Adding Dexter Lawrence isn't going to hurt you, but if you've just been getting smoked on deep passes all year, a D tackle can provide some extra pressure, but you can't rush and cover.
Yeah, that's fair. Although I would like to see him in coverage because he does look like a freak who still might be able to. I would really actually pay money to watch that.
He could probably cover a tight end.
I mean, I saw him doing. He was like, there was video earlier in training camp where he was doing like DB drills and hanging with the guys. Like he was going around to every station and doing like quarterback drills and wide receiver, just trying to have some fun. And I thought, God, he actually does. He can flip his hips.
Athlete,
like he's insane. But yeah, so that's on the Indiana front. I just feel like. The Kurt Cignetti, I feel like, did one of the greatest coaching jobs I've ever seen. To get Indiana in 2 years to go undefeated and win a national championship.
I don't even think that's arguable.
No, it feels like if someone took a high school baseball team and said, why don't you go up and beat the Yankees?
Yeah.
And they just won a 3-game set in New York.
Like we're arguably one of the best college football teams of all time.
Yeah. Like it's the bar is so low for Indiana. That's why I'm impressed. But again, do it again this year. If you want to be considered in that level, you got to back that up.
But I say all that because, back in the day, from week 1, you can't drop anything. You got to be on your A game, at all times. And now it's like I said, I would love to see Ohio State win out. But the games don't start mattering for the postseason until like week 4, unless you're dropping your first 4 games, then they matter. But Ohio State will never do that.
Penn State last year,
great
example of like it can go off the rails very quickly. I don't think that's happening here anytime soon. It's a whole different structure here than what's at Penn State. But to your point, some of these schools that are like Penn State thought they were going to compete for a national championship last year.
Penn State, they make me sick. They do this every year, and it's ESPN and everybody else who tries to gas them up, and maybe that's good for the Big Ten, but. Maybe it's different now that James Franklin's gone.
Yeah.
But they were the same team for the last 15 years.
Well, now we're going to find out what Iowa State could do in the Big Ten because essentially Matt Campbell brought half the roster with him. And they have a very light schedule. They have a very favorable schedule. So a lot of people have them booked for like 10 wins and being in the playoffs. And
Something
Not much
tells
maybe
me
beyond
they're not
that, but
winning the national championship.
Yeah, that I would agree with that.
This justifies their reasoning for ducking Ohio State, for saying that they didn't want them on the schedule every year. Because they should win 10 games this year. I'm not saying they're going to. They should.
No, but their schedule sets up to a level where they could drop the two. I think they have 2 or 3 tough games.
They have 3 ranked opponents. I think it's Washington, USC, and Michigan, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Like, okay, drop USC and Michigan, beat Washington. That's a playoff team. If you take care of all the other games. Yeah. Now, if you do what you did last year where you're dropping games, you should never be in the business of
Northwestern
losing.
and UCLA.
Right. Then that's a bigger issue. But I would be shocked if that happens. But I'd like to be shocked. That's why I love college football.
That's the beauty of it.
Every week there's something where you go, I can't believe this is happening, but I'm watching it live. TCU, they had a weird thing. So they're going to be playing North Carolina, who is in their own level of dysfunction. That game is in Ireland tomorrow. It's noon our time. I guess it's 6 or 7 p.m. their time. But yeah, so that's how you're starting off your Saturday of week 0 is with 2 brand name opponents, however good they're going to be. I tend to think TCU is probably a lot better than North Carolina, but the drama with Belichick, all that stuff is there. There's a little drama with TCU because they had a guy named Jacob Fields, a senior safety, who got kicked off the team back just like 10 days ago, August 18th, described as a violation of team rules. No other info came out about that. Well, the Dallas Star-Telegram reported the dismissal came after a physical altercation in the locker room from the prior week. And they said the initial report cited a source close to Fields, the player who got kicked off, that he felt targeted by teammates with insults and threats, and that's what led to the altercation. So even though he was the one who got kicked off, he's saying, yeah, but I was targeted, and that's why I had to fight because someone was coming after him. Well, after this report came out, Dozie Ezukanwa, who plays for TCU, he posted an Instagram video where he said, yeah, Fields came up to me and hit me from behind. He laid out what happened, said he got sucker punched, including the quote, how are you going to sucker punch me, bro? That's your teammate. He deleted the video, but it was out there. Star-Telegram just said, hey, it appears this is the player who got into the fight. Now, TCU has banned the Dallas Star-Telegram from coming out and covering games because they said you reported on a student athlete, you put that was private information. Their argument is, well, the private information was publicized by the student. What are we supposed to do? Ignore it? Such a weird spot we're in with like sports journalism now, where if you're not like a rah root for the team person, it's harder for you to get access to cover the team. And that's weird.
When did that start? That maybe it's always been this way, that teams could just unilaterally ban people. Like, I felt like you would need a bigger reason than that. Than we reported on one of your players' Instagram posts.
Yeah, I think it probably in the last 15 years, as like newspapers have declined, used to be if you try that with some newspapers, the editor would
eviscerate you.
Yeah, you'd have 20 writers who would all just be like, this is what's happening. And the papers were bigger than some of these entities. Now it's reversed, where like if you want to write stories to cover TCU, you kind of need the access, because everybody who wants TCU, they'll just go to the blog that is getting the access, that does get the players, that does get all the interviews. So there's a little bit of a relationship that has to be fostered by some of these reporters. And it happens everywhere. It happens here.
Yeah, like if you don't write and tweet about how green the new turf is at Ohio State, then you don't get access to Ohio State. You got to gas up the turf.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
Comrade, did you see the green turf? I loved it. Yes, comrade, it was beautiful. I, too, salute the turf builders of Ohio Stadium. It's the greatest ever. Aren't we all happy to be privileged enough to come to Ohio Stadium and watch this great team? Yes, comrade, we are. Somehow it loses I don't know, Edward R. Murrow, somebody, I don't know, probably have a problem with that somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what TCU's doing. Anyway, they're playing North Carolina and Ireland. Dallas Telegram is going to have to pay their own way and watch it on TV. I don't know how they're covered. Also, USC hosting San Jose State, 3 p.m. on NBC tomorrow. And NC State, Virginia, which is actually an ACC game.
Is it this time?
It is this time. And it actually has implications for the ACC. Like last year, NC State was very close to winning the conference. So if you start off with a conference loss, like they're already saying, this is actually a pretty decent game.
Yeah. I'll tune in for that USC game, too.
Yeah,
I'm
just
curious
to see
how USC will do. San Jose State's not a pushover. That should be an entertaining game.
We got to check in on freshman talent.
Booby Feaster.
Yeah, our guy.
That's my guy.
Yes.
Booby Feaster. Jersey.
Who doesn't?
So do I.
Morning Breath is coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Friday. Southeast Columbus, we are seeing a crash this morning, 33 in that eastbound direction. As soon as you're passing 270, you will see that left lane that's closed and definitely will encounter some slowdowns out there, so be careful. Also, still watching a disabled vehicle just in case you're heading downtown. 670, that westbound ram to that southbound direction on 23, that left lane is still closed. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
How many of you have had your garage floor done? I'll wait for the answer. Yeah, that's enough. How many of you think it looks like crap? That's because it is crap. One quick call to Comer and Cross Concrete Floor Coatings at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, and they can install a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor in one day. A Comer and Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It's like pulling into a new car showroom every night. And here's the best part. It is guaranteed your garage floor will never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And listen, you lazy bum, they'll even take the stuff out of the garage for you. They're all certified uniform pros. No subcontractors at Comer and Cross. This is a premier product with premier results, and they hired a premier endorser to tell you about it. For your quick and easy Comer and Cross garage floor quote, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to comercross.com, C-O-M-E-R cross.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia.
Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 8/31/26.
Our fantasy commish says for him it's all about the friendships. Cute, but I play to win. Like with Bet365. I get paid the second my team goes up big with early payout, and I get profit boost before the game starts with Early Bird Special. Enjoy the friends, Kevin. I'll take the wins on Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Claim an app. T&Cs apply.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Call today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you want and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, foreclosures, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Call today and speak with me, John Kozik, for an all-cash offer and the help you need. At 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000, TurboTrackRealty.com.
Buckeye Replay this summer takes you back to some of the greatest comebacks in Ohio State football history.
The Buckeyes take down Minnesota in one of the biggest comebacks in college football history.
Hear Buckeye Replay this Saturday at 1 p.m. on The Fan.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
You may run into some patchy valley fog first thing this morning. Otherwise, many of us just have a mostly clear sky. That sunshine continues this afternoon. There's a teeny tiny chance of a pop-up shower with highs in the lower 80s. For Saturday, mostly sunny skies, lower 80s once again. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan. When life gives you lemons, Tyvis will be there to ask if he can have some lemonade and borrow your car. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Next week, I mean, this is it. Game week. We are almost there. We obviously have high school football tonight. College football is starting. Well, there was some college football last night. I believe Youngstown State played last night. So some actual college football, but a lot of it gets some week 0 stuff this weekend. Some preseason NFL. We're still cleaning out the final week of that. And then next week, it's go time for the Buckeyes and the rest of college football.
I think it's safe to say we are fully in football season. If you've got actual college football games this weekend, yeah, it's still preseason NFL, but there are NFL games on. Like you said, we're a week into high school football. We're in it. We're in football season.
Yeah, Michael Bennett joining us today because Tyvis is taking a day off because...
Must be nice, right?
Yeah, I know. He loves his PTO. That's all he ever does is just, oh, when can I take another day off? And I'm like, Tyvis, you took 3 weeks off earlier this summer. Yeah. I don't know if I can give you another day off, man.
Didn't he take like a day off a couple years ago? What's too much?
Yeah, right.
What's too much?
Then he was like, well, it was the birth of my child for the 3 weeks off.
Everybody's got an excuse.
He says
he's Mr. PTO.
That's what that's him. That's all for him. So yeah, he's the only one who takes time off. Now, unlike me, I wasn't just off a few days ago. I like giving him crap about it. But this is his last weekend before it's Saturdays, Big Ten, Sundays, Browns, Monday through Friday here with us. But all next week, we're going to be back together doing the thing, getting ready for the game week, of course. Obviously, Ohio State and Ball State, all the coverage, all the action, of course, is right here on The Fan.
Sometimes it's better if people just shut up. Shut up! It's time for Morning Breath.
All right, I heard this audio yesterday. This is the new Seahawks owner. They approved the sale. I believe it was over $9 billion that the Seahawks now were bought for. And the family, it was Vinod Khosla who purchased the team, him and his family. They were minority owners in the 49ers. They have to sell off the minority ownership, but they are purchasing the Seahawks. They will be taking over that franchise. Let them live. Good for them. But he gave an interesting part of his interview where he talked about how he became a fan of football and of the NFL specifically. Let's hear what he said.
I also happened to come to this country in '76 when the Steelers were winning the Super Bowl. So actually, I was originally and still am a big Steelers fan. Also, a little known fact, but I still watch all the Steelers games too.
Cool. Never mention that again is what I would say if I'm a Seahawks fan. Like, great. Glad you like the Steelers. That's over now. You bought the Seahawks. Like, you didn't buy the Steelers.
Bring back lying. Why do people always feel like they need to tell the truth about their life and their interests and their thoughts? Lie to us.
Bring back lying. Exactly right. I fully support that. Like, occasionally, just lie to me.
Yeah, wear your Steelers shirt in your basement when you watch the games. Don't tell your new fan base that you're an avid fan of a different team.
I mean, I appreciate the candor, but yeah, man, that's now, if you don't know his backstory, because I didn't either, he moved here from India, but he was the co-founder of Sun Microsystems. So, like, made a bunch of money doing that. He was ranked number 10 in the Forbes 250 list of America's greatest innovators back just a little bit earlier this year. So, yeah, obviously, like, smart dude, intelligent guy, made billions of dollars. Let him live.
I wish he would have taken it a step further and been like, my favorite Super Bowl win is Super Bowl 40 when the Steelers beat the Seahawks. You know, Jerome Bettis.
He's also like, hey, Seattle, I hope you never get your NBA team back. I'm a big Thunder fan. I really think it's great that they moved. Kevin Durant, to me, will always be a Thunder legend. I'll never even think of that year he played for Seattle. Yeah. Sean Kemp, Detlef Schrempf, overrated, in my opinion. Yeah. Hated all those guys.
Gary Payton, they're Thunder legends now.
Gary, yeah. Retire Gary Payton's number in Oklahoma City, please. Like, if he had just gone full in, it's like, also, Starbucks sucks, and why do you throw the fish? I hate everything about Seattle. Hi, I'm the new Seahawks owner. Why would you do this?
Yeah, dude, just lie to us.
Yeah, so
there's no reason to. I mean, he's probably excited, thought it would be a funny story, which it is, but.
Well, but you can like comedians have this thing where they'll work out jokes, at comedy clubs, and then they talk about how like Jerry Seinfeld would come off the stage and then another comedian would be sitting there and he'd say, "Hey, I got a tag for you" on the end of that joke to make it a little funnier to add to the punchline, and then sometimes they would use that and it would work. Like I got a little tag for this guy just at the end of it, like, but anyway. Screw the Steelers. I'm Seahawks now, baby. I hate the Steelers. Like, just throw that out there. But you can talk about your origin story, but then say, and now the Steelers suck.
He just let it hang there where he's like, yep, still a huge Steelers fan, watch other games, and I'll see you later.
Kind of, it's like, yeah, so I've got their schedule and our schedule, and I got to determine when the Steelers play so I don't watch the Seahawks games. I'd rather watch the Steelers game. Why bring it up?
Why bring it up? That's the big question. Why even mention it?
It's a need to overshare.
That's the social media era we're in, where you see something and you're like, why did you feel like that was important for everybody else to know?
Yeah, I have no idea, but hey, let him live. I hope he does a good job there with. How interesting the situation is that for him though to buy a team that is the defending champs? Like,
it's pretty awesome.
I mean, there's very few situations in life where you get a chance to buy the thing that it is winning awards, is doing the best. Like, usually if it's a business that's for sale, they're not coming for sale as they've just become like the biggest company known to man. They're usually on the downturn or the upswing, but never at the height. Like the Seahawks are literally at the height of their powers right now from an on-field standpoint. So
a lot of pressure on him.
No kidding. I mean, or not. He doesn't care. He's a billionaire, right?
And he's a Steelers fan anyway. He doesn't give a damn what the Seahawks do.
It's true. He's winning either way.
I'm so desperate. I don't even know. Who do the Steelers play week 1? It'd be hilarious if it was the Seahawks, but whoever they're playing week 1, it would be great if he's just at the Steelers game. Like,
with
not
a
even
jersey on.
Yes, exactly right.
He's with the Rooney family.
Yeah, he's just so anyway. Yeah, wasn't that fun? I think it says here they play the Falcons the first week, so there you go.
And I think is it a Super Bowl rematch for the Seahawks?
Probably
week 1.
is.
Yeah,
they usually
on Wednesday,
do that, right? Yeah.
Patriots, Seahawks.
Wednesday?
Yep.
Oh, right. Because aren't we doing a Friday game?
The Aussie game is Thursday.
But it's, wait, that's right. It's Thursday night here. It's a Friday game there because it's in Australia and we have the international dateline. Oh,
that's crazy.
Michael, this whole thing. So it's the Niners and the Rams. We have to update ourselves on this. I will have to keep an eye on it because the reports from a few weeks ago, and this sounds crazy to me, was that the Rams had said, all right, we're going to Australia. It's a 17-hour flight from California, from the West Coast. You cross an international dateline, everybody's going to be screwed up on sleep schedules. We're going to go out a week ahead of time.
No, the Rams a day ahead of time.
Yeah, no. That's what no. I thought the Rams were going out.
49ers are going out early.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Yeah.
Niners are going out a week ahead of time. Rams said we're going to fly out the day before so we don't ever even have to address the time change. We're just going to get there, be miserable from a 17-hour flight, and then go play our game 24 hours later and then get right back on the plane and fly back 17 hours.
Rams might lose that one.
I find it interesting that it's two total ends of the spectrum. The Rams are trying to just avoid ignore the time change, make pretend it doesn't exist, and the 49ers are just going to ingratiate themselves in Australian culture. That's how long they're going to be there.
I think the tough part is going to be the 49ers coming back and readjusting while the Rams might just not do well in that game, but not also be struggling the next
That's
week.
basically what Tyvis said. It's like they're punting on week 1 to save their season because they're both getting the rough end of the stick by playing in Australia to begin with.
You need almost a whole week on either side, bracketing that game to be able to. Oh, man, that 17-hour flight is no joke.
I can't imagine how that would work on your body when you're then I'm going to go play a football game now or do anything. I would think you need a few days just to
And then the 17-hour trip back, or it's probably a different amount of time, maybe even longer, where you're supposed to be recovering.
Yeah.
You lose out on 17 hours sitting stagnant on a plane.
I've always thought that they should give every team that's going to play on Thursday night the bye week and then have them play international the week after their bye week.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, interesting.
And so that they don't get 4 days rest for a game, and then they also get extra time to accumulate to London, Australia, whatever.
But to deal with all that scheduling, you'd have to care about the players.
Yeah.
Stop it. That's an insane notion. Who would ever think that that's a good idea? All right. We have, unfortunately, some bad news for the Minnesota Vikings. We will talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Now looking at a 7-minute delay for you on this Friday, just in case you're traveling towards that northeast side of Columbus, just outside of Westerville, really south of the area. It's just really busy, 270 in that more westbound direction as you're approaching that 71 interchange. Got a lot of people out on the roads with you, so take it nice and slow. The same situation for our friends from the west side traveling downtown, seeing some delays 70 in that eastbound direction over by Wilson Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Covered a lot of ground today with Michael Bennett joining us. Tyvis has been out, taking his day off, which is totally fine. I mean,
we don't hold it against him.
No, he only took 3 weeks
get
off.
Up at 4:30 a.m., but it's fine. I hope he's well rested.
I didn't see. I haven't looked in the YouTube chat. Did he hop in today, or did he fully? He may have actually fully taken the day off.
I hope he did sleep. I mean,
well, his post game with Cleveland was like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I would say that was about the time that I would have ended.
I hope he gets some bagels this morning.
Oh yeah,
he's anti-bread.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
Oh my! Then how's he gaining weight?
Because he's not really anti-bread.
Vocally anti-bread.
You've nailed it exactly right.
Rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah. He is definitely, though. Tyvis is a guy who, he will talk all the time about how he's eating healthy. And then, Dylan, who's the one 9 times out of 10 who's like, what do you want for breakfast?
Yeah.
It's him. And then he's generous. He buys his breakfast. Very nice of him to do. But then, yeah, he does have no problem. He has no problem with there being a biscuit and a chicken sandwich combined, or the Chick-fil-A thing. That wrap that we get is, I don't know how many calories that thing is. The burrito that they have.
You got a burrito now?
Breakfast burrito. That's it's chicken, egg, hash browns are in it. I think
it's got to be healthy. It's got chicken in it, right?
Fried chicken. Fried chicken.
Oh, well, chicken's chicken.
Hey, it's good. I'm not complaining. I had one yesterday. He brought it for me. That was great. But I don't know if it's the healthiest food in the world.
Yeah, his cheat day is on Wednesday. Or like yesterday, he said, I'm hungry. What do you want to eat?
Yeah, that's right.
As long as he's getting food for you guys too, then it's not cheating.
By the way, I'll just tell you, my guy Heron, he left a comment in the YouTube chat. You can go read it for yourself. YouTube 971 The Fan, T-Bone and Tyvis. Heron, my guy. That's all I'm going to say. He's a Michigan man, but he's a Michigan man who's all right in my book. I'll put it at that. Yesterday, I'm not much in the video game world. Ever since, I don't mean to drop this like a flex. It's not. I had when kids came around, when we started having kids, I tried to maintain video game habits. I think it was Rainbow. I think I've talked. Rainbow Six Vegas was the last,
oh man,
that's old. But that's the game where I was like,
it's a classic, though.
I'm getting through this. I'm going to beat the game. I'm going to do all the missions. I'm going to do everything.
Any online play for you?
No, back then it was still. I wasn't much on the online gaming just because I've always been bad at video games. I will fully acknowledge, like, part of why I don't play video games is because I suck at them. I remember playing GoldenEye with my buddies when we would go over to my friend Jared's house. And I was always the guy in the bathroom stall, like just turning around when I would respawn and be like, how do I get out of here? And they would just come in and pop the door open and bust me in the head and then start over. Like, I was just, my life as a video game player. I'm not great at it. But, like, that was the last time I really got into video games. And I keep seeing stuff that makes me think maybe now kids are getting older. I've got more time where I could do that. Maybe I need to jump back in. Grand Theft Auto 6 has been teased for how many years?
A decade.
Yeah. And it was supposed to come out last November. It didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is a online on Netflix. They have a 30-minute basically preview of the game with gameplay and showing you what it looks like.
It's a 27-minute extended look. That's the marketing behind it.
It looks incredible. Like, they say that this thing is a bigger map than Red Dead Redemption, like double the size of that game, which has a massive gameplay area. Essentially, you can walk around, do whatever you want. Like, so they're showing this, and the first thought I had was like Kyler Murray. Maybe this is the lifeline JJ McCarthy needs. It's like, this game, can he get it bumped up to like September 12th or whatever? Like the first game is. Like, see if.
I wonder if Kyler Murray's going to be a GTA guy. He's a COD guy, right?
Yeah, Call of Duty was the one that he got.
Almost like a professional.
I mean, he
is
got.
That true?
All I know is whenever they ask you to not play video games as part of your contract negotiations,
you're playing too many video games.
Yeah, you might need to chill out.
I'm checking out when Minnesota's bye week is.
GTA 6 though, I mean, I feel like there are going to be a lot of people who run up against the issue with their job because of GTA 6.
Well, because
people have been waiting for it. It's just immersive. The way they market it is a video game that we've never seen, but like we've never seen something like it before.
Yeah, they're marketing it as, I mean, in this game it says that like you obviously can go work out and stuff like that to keep your video game player, like your character in shape. Yeah. But
by the way, their bye week is in October, so he's disappointed.
He could get an early. You never know. He's an NFL player. Maybe he can get it like a little early than other guys. Maybe he can get like one of those reviewer type of things and get it sent to him.
Have there been any beta releases?
No.
Which is kind of crazy, right?
Yesterday was supposed to be like the first official look at the game, but like you brought up earlier in the show, it did get leaked.
Oh, yeah, that's
week.
right.
Late. Okay. I want to say it was late last week, around then, maybe early this week.
Yeah.
That's when we got the term jiggle physics that Michael also brought up. People were upset that those didn't improve.
So that's like, what am I spending my money on?
Jiggle physics are still, I contend, a band name that I would pay to go see. I don't know what the music is, but I would go watch the Jiggle Physics for sure. I feel like we have, with online gaming now, with like sports gaming, it's not just that you can play as a player. You can go develop a player and then get him recruited.
Yeah.
And then you can do combine stuff. You can live the life that you've thought of in sports. If you never got to play at that level, you can go out and try to do that. Now, I guess not with Call of Duty, with Grand Theft Auto, but Call of Duty 2, there's all these different versions of yourself that you could go live as and see like, all right, what if I was just someone who gave no bleeps whatsoever and just walked around a city with doing whatever I wanted to? Well, you can do that in Grand Theft Auto, and I'm sure you're right. It'll suck people in.
I've always been, I won't say always, I like to play video games. As you get older, it just, especially with these new video games, they take so much time. There's so much time invested.
It's a chore.
It's a chore, man. It's like to get to any point where you're like half decent on the game, you're hundreds of hours in. I'm like, I got other stuff to do. This game isn't paying me money. I don't feel like I'm actually like accomplishing anything, but I still, try to find time to play video games, but I don't have a wife and kids, and I'm still like, when am I going to play FIFA? When am I going to play Battlefront 2? So I don't know how Grand Theft Auto is going to work in, because I don't know. I tried to play Witcher 3, and I was like, man, I got to like research what oils to put on my sword. I got to set traps. I got to like read up on the monsters. I'm like, dude, I don't care enough.
I just want to say a big old pause on oils on my sword.
We'll cut that out.
That one's on me. I forgot that.
That's okay. I'm learning the terms. I don't know what you guys are younger than me. I don't know what people are saying.
Have you guys ever seen the breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston? There's a scene where he's playing online in Madden. He beats the snot out of a kid, and he's bragging. And the guy's like, "You beat an 11-year-old. You're so." And he's like, "I have a job and real life responsibilities. You should be better than me at this game." And that's how I feel when I go try to play a game after I haven't played in a while. It's like, if I could kill a 13-year-old in Call of Duty, that's an accomplishment. That's
the
his
pros.
life.
Yes, that's like pros versus Joes. It's the reverse though. It's like, oh, here's an 18-year pitcher that you're going to now try to hit a slider off of. Now it's like, no, this 13-year-old kid is going to go up against a guy who's got family and responsibilities and life and job stuff and no time. And if you get it done, that is actually a very big accomplishment.
These kids were raised on Fortnite. Their reaction time is insane.
Dude, these kids are raised on Fortnite, and they're drinking Alani's like it's water. They don't sleep. They don't sleep, and all they do is play video games 24/7.
Have you seen the new way that people play video games, like the competitive gamers, when they're literally, I think, 2 inches from the screen?
Oh, yeah.
Not an exaggeration in any way. Like, apparently it helps you periph motion on the edges of the screen.
How?
I don't know.
Well, I haven't played games regularly for a year, but when I was playing, I play on a monitor. I sit really close, and I'm very average at best.
But
so I could only
you say
imagine.
really close, but do you mean literally nose touching the screen?
Pretty close, not nose to screen, but I got the desk, like the gamer desk and chair, and the monitor is right there on the edge, and I'm right there. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I still play with the TV up on the wall.
Yeah, I'm
not official.
That's
I am Division 1 in FIFA though. Everybody,
that's pretty good.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I saw there was a guy who does competitive, or people play competitive Tetris on the old school.
That's crazy.
Yes, but here's the thing. They wear a glove, like a mitten, like a cloth mitten over their, because what they do is they hold the controller. It's an old Nintendo controller. They hold it sideways because they don't hit the arrow key with their thumb and then hit the other button with their other thumb. They do it all in one hand, and they're basically just they're swiping at it like they were tapping their fingers on a desk essentially, and they're doing the left, right, down, over, whatever they're doing. All the direction stuff is done in a kind of motion.
That's crazy.
And they said they do it so quick that the oils on the sword can get built up there. You know what I'm saying? But the oils from their hands can build up, and it makes it too sticky. So they wear a mitten so it slides over the buttons quicker, so they can reset quicker.
What world are we living in, man?
It's fascinating.
I think I buy into the esports things because I've also seen the claw method of holding your controller, where usually you just hold it.
Your thumbs do most of the work.
Thumbs do most of the work. The thumbs are using the joysticks, and then the buttons, and then your index fingers have the triggers in the back.
Yeah.
They do their bottom to their pinky and their ring fingers have the double triggers. Their pointer and their middle finger hit the buttons, and then their thumbs hit the joysticks.
But then they also have back paddles.
No, they also have back paddles. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a whole different world.
That's
got to be some kind of athleticism.
If you said I drive an Indy car with my feet, I feel like that would be easier than what you just described. I don't know how is that possible?
I don't have the dexterity for that.
I don't either. All right. Well, anyway, so Kyler Murray, be warned.
Yeah.
GTA 6 can be coming out.
People need to have that in their think about that in their drafts and everything.
Their fantasy drafts for sure.
Factor it into over-under totals. If you're looking at the Vikings, think about where the schedule hits after November. See what it looks like. You may
fade them. Post-November?
Are they on the road or at home? If they're at home, there's more chances those games Saturday night. He's up. Yeah, I'm saying you got to think about this stuff. All right, we'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Happy to report no crashes out there. And if I had to pinpoint a slowdown, it's really not bad, but it's over towards that north side, both directions of 23, a little bit busier, especially over by Lewis Center. But hey, looking great if you're heading towards Grandview Heights or Upper Arlington. 315 and even 670, your commute times are looking nearly perfect. Even our southeast corner, usually we have problems. 33 over by Gender Road. Not the case right now. About a 5-minute commute between Gender Road and 270. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
It's a great feeling doing business with
John Hinderer Honda.
We want to buy your car at John Hinderer Honda. Looking to sell an extra, unused, or lease-ending vehicle? Avoid the hassle of selling privately and bring it to the Hinderer Buying Center for a simple offer. Whether it's 2 wheels or 4, we'll buy them all. No purchase or trade necessary. Let John Hinderer Honda make selling your vehicle a breeze today.
It's a great feeling doing business with John Hinderer Honda.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too at My Computer Career. They helped me get financial aid, and I got to choose online or on-campus classes to fit my needs. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Save big money on your next project when you shop at Menards. Mastercraft has been making high-quality doors for over 50 years. Add beauty and security to your home with a new front door. Shop our great in-stock selection or customize your door your way in-store or online. Available in 7 days or less. Save big on Mastercraft doors. Plus, view our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Your child's oral health milestones matter. By age 1, see a pediatric dentist to establish good oral health habits. At 7, see an orthodontist to check your child's bite, teeth, and jaws. Around 15, visit an oral and maxillofacial surgeon to have your child's wisdom teeth examined. Remember, milestones met, healthy teeth set. Visit milestonesmet.org.
When you renovate a home, you're going into full-time junk production.
How so?
The first stage of renovation is demolition.
We make that junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
When they begin installing the upgrades, a second mountain appears.
Construction scraps and packaging rise into the sky.
We make that mountain disappear, too.
All you have to do is point.
We make room for possibilities.
We make room for possibilities.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia.
Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details and 831.26.
Have you ever met a man who wins money betting on tennis? Enter Scotty Vegas. Join Scotty and Dave Biddle for On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Sunday mornings at 9 on The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. T-Bone would like to take a second to remind everyone that Eddie George is awesome and that Ronnie James Dio was an American treasure. And that pickles are gross. Thank you. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
Michael Bennett filling in for Tyvis today. Now joining us as well, host of Bishop and Friends. He is Bo Bishop. Morning, Bo.
So that guy goes like, I'm never taking a day off, to now he's off on a football Friday. Like that's how quickly.
Doesn't count as week 0. He apparently doesn't acknowledge a week 0.
That's how quickly it all fell apart.
Yeah,
the show's better. I've been listening all morning. The show's better, obviously, without him.
Of course, because Michael Bennett's here. That's right.
I'm thankful Tyvis gives me the opportunity from time to time to try to live up to his standards. You know, he's got to take a day off from time to time.
I mean, the bar is so low, Mike.
Yeah, that's it. We had someone in the YouTube chat say that if Tyvis, if Michael could put on 20 more pounds, he would get to Tyvis Powell's current weight, which is.
He's Mr. PTO.
That's right. There we go. So
it's great. It's great.
So how are you viewing this week 0? I know we've talked about how this should be week 1. We should already be past that, but it's not an ecosystem we currently view as being as valid as the SEC and the Big Ten, but in the ACC, we've got this NC State Virginia game that last year wasn't an ACC game. Now it is, bizarrely. And if the scenarios played out like last year, NC State could have used this game. That was Virginia, I'm sorry, the other way around.
Look what we're doing. I do the same thing you just did. I'm talking myself into all this stuff. I was looking at the week 0 slate, and I'm like, God, this is garbage. There's nothing here I need to watch. Now, by the time I get to today, I'm like, all right, at noon I got a game. At 3:30 I got USC. 10 o'clock I got the beloved Bobcats against Utah Tech. I got like a 12-hour smorgasbord of week 0 nonsense that I've talked myself into thinking like it's the best ribeye you've ever had in your life.
But
that's what
I'm
happens.
in the same
We're starving.
boat. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Bo. I was like, who cares? It's week 0. Right. I don't care until week 7. Then I'm like, oh, well, USC, I got to see what they're doing.
Yeah,
Stanford should be fun. Florida State, are they going to be anything this year? Like, all right, now I'm in. All right, Saturday's booked up.
It's really, this should be week 1, and week 0 should have been last week, and then away we go. So I'll talk myself into it. I'll end up probably watching quite a bit of it. I mean, I am curious how USC looks if they're better defensively. There's a kid from up in Hoban, the Akron area, a freshman that I think's starting at corner for them, which is pretty wild. So yeah, I'll talk myself into it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if it is a situation where you're talking yourself into it to get a little bit excited for a few games, then if you're like, all right, well, that's the way I am with preseason football with the NFL. When they do the Hall of Fame game, I'm always like, okay, it's NFL, and then after a quarter, I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah. But by the time we feel like that tomorrow, Sunday will be the start of game week. We'll have press conferences. So we will actually, the payoff is better after tomorrow. Like if we talk ourselves into it, if for a half is interesting and then some of these games become duds, well, now we're into the real week 1 and we'll get there.
I think NFL, the storyline is good for preseason. I don't watch preseason games too much, but I'm just, like I said, I'm just amped now that college football is back. I really don't know why. I was like, I'm not going to be that interested. And over these 3 hours, Bo, I'm sure you're feeling that too. It's like, oh, man, no, I'm going to tune in.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to talk yourself into it, absolutely. And there's some, I mean, the difference here, too, is like you're going to see Maeva and USC. Like, I'm high on them. We had them on in 20 Most Interesting. They look like they're pretty locked in. And so to me, when I look at them, I go, okay, well, let's see what they look like against these teams. Let's see if they act accordingly, those type of things. I think with the NFL in the preseason, nobody knows what to do with their hands. Like they don't, what I mean by that is like nobody knows how to do it. I mean, Mike, when you played, there was groupthink, right? The first one, no starters played. Second one, a little bit of starters. Third, dress rehearsal. I mean, there was a dress rehearsal game. And then the fourth was let's see who we're going to cut and who we're not game. Well, now nobody knows. Like that game last night, like Al Michaels looks like he was sucking down a Johnny Walker Black listening to Frank Sinatra 30 years ago, shirt unbuttoned down to his navel, like no jacket on. I'm like, what is going on here? This is nuts. And he's calling a game of people who are not going to ever be on rosters. And so nobody knows what to do with the NFL preseason anymore. We're obviously headed to a point where they're going to get rid of most of it. I could see a point where we have 1 or 2 at most, but man, oh man, like it's nobody knows what to do with it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Like, the having the 4 clear games and everybody knowing what the purpose of each game was was, I think, a pretty good formula. But you described it perfectly. No one knows what to do with their hands. Nobody knows when to play their starters. Nobody knows what the position battles are. They're just kind of like, oh well, we have to field some guys, so let's see what happens.
Yeah,
that's it.
And the motivation for each team is a little different, where if you have a quarterback battle, you might take these games a little more seriously on offense, say, than maybe the team is taking it on defense that you're going against. So there's a lot of that going on, too. By the way, Fan Poll sponsored by JT's Pizza Pub. Will you be watching Week 0 college football this weekend? Yes, I'll be locked in, or no, I'll wait for Week 1 or your options. Right now, it's 57-42 in favor of 57-42.5, whatever, in favor of yes, I'll be locked in. So nice. People are saying they're locked in.
It'll be on, right? Like, I don't know if I'm going to sit there and, chart it, but I think it'll be on in the background. If I'm in the house, I'm going to be having it on.
I'm going to be in on curmudgeon Bill Belichick in Ireland, just chomping nails as they go down and probably lose by 3 touchdowns again. Like that's a storyline.
I mean, this is rhetorical because I know you do, but just for the audience to remind them, and I know you remember this, there were so many people who did not cover college football at all and had no idea how college football worked. Really smart people who said Belichick is going to change the way college football is done. He's going to run it like an NFL team. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
They're going to have their own dorms. They're going to eat different. They're going to just train specific. I'm like FSU's been doing that for 30 years. Ohio State's probably doing that for 35 years. Like, what are you talking? They were just so delusional of what. I mean, it was just so delusional he was on, and the people that covered him in the league on what he thought he would do in college football.
Oh, Michael Lombardi was one of those guys, right? Who called him.
Dude, he got $2 million. He's making $2 million.
Team 33.
That clown.
Team 33. NFL Team 33 is what he said, basically. That's
and
the funny part is, like,
he's being investigated for inappropriate contact.
Right.
And he makes $2 million as a general manager. And when they hired him, I said, Mike, does he know all the high school coaches in North Carolina?
No.
Of course not.
No.
Like, how's he going to build those relationships?
Also, there's so much more hand-holding that's required in college than the pros. Bill Belichick I say this all the time, Bill Belichick could have just, in the pros, if somebody wasn't doing their job, you cut them. Yeah. If you don't check to see what guys are eating in the pros. That is their job to be on their diet. Their recovery is their job. Even just attending practices, if they don't attend, you fine them. But you get to college, you got to be checking up on these kids going to classes. You got to be checking up, making sure that they attend, the events. And if they don't, you still have to deal with them.
For people who haven't watched it, Bo, I was bringing this up. The Untold with Vince Young on Netflix that's out. People have been starting to comment. It's worth a watch if you haven't seen it, because to that point, Vince Young in college had a handholder who was there for him, Mac Brown. It was a family. He gets the NFL, and he gets the least handholdy guy you're ever going to see in Jeff Fisher, who basically is pissed off that he even has to deal with Vince Young. And it was the worst marriage, and I believe that's why that failed. The talent was there, but it's worth it. And by the way, Jeff Fisher entrenched in his I was not wrong. I did everything right. This guy,
right. Wow.
Crazy. It's worth a watch if you haven't seen it. All right, Fishman Friends coming up. What do you guys have today, Bo?
Oh, we'll have a little fun with week 0. Paul's going to drop by at 10:30. Mr. Feinbaum, Doug at 9:45, and then 2-a-days in the AFC West. Kirk Morrison, former Raiders linebacker, going to join us at 11:30.
There you go. Fishman Friends, 9 to noon, right here on The Fan. Thank you, Bo.
All right, guys.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the heat? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on train systems, including 0% APR for 60 months.
All right, so I saw this from the Chicago White Sox official team Twitter handle.
Okay.
You may be aware that Pope Leo the 14th,
my guy, is
a big Chicago guy, American Pope. He is a big White Sox fan, was at the World Series they won in 2005. Well, Father Tom McCarthy, a Chicago native, graduate of St. Rita of Casca High School, presented Pope Leo with a Pope hat inspired by the White Sox. It is the White Sox logo on a papal kind of headdress that you would wear. Black and gold hat with the singular White Sox stocking logo. Very cool. They got a picture of it. We have a sports pope. I'm just saying. I think that's pretty cool.
We've got a Chicago sports pope.
That's crazy.
I mean, once again, I've said it about 50 times. What a time to be alive.
That's right. Michael Bennett, thank you for the time this morning. We'll do it again soon.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Have a great rest of your Friday. We will see you guys on Monday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
So no incidents out there. So right now, I want to give you a heads up on some weekend construction, and it's all happening downtown. Friday and Monday night, a portion of 70 eastbound will be closed between 315 and 71. That starts at 10 p.m. that day. Keep in mind that 71 northbound ramp to 70 eastbound will remain open. Also, all around the same time, 315 northbound will be closed at 70. Same situation Friday and Monday night at 10 p.m. Just follow the signage out there, and of course, go slow out on these roads. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Have a